What's going on, everybody? It's Coach Greg Adams back in here with another YouTube live stream. Shout out to the Coach Gang.
And that's you.
For being in here, being involved, being active on this YouTube channel. And welcome back to the internationally known and the recognized symbol of YouTube excellence and entertainment. It is the Boss Up Show, part of the Free Agent Lifestyle podcast here on the Free Agent Lifestyle channel. You in here with the Bruce Wayne of this ish, the King of Kings, the King of Compton, and the Speaker of Truth, yours truly, the notorious one, aka Mr. Coachellini, better known as the prognosticator, Coach Stradamus. And you're in the Desert Storm bunker with Versace wearing Hollywood CGA, also known as EWF. That is every woman's fantasy in the whole fucking show. I'm the CEO, Niggero, of Fixes Binds LLC, the unbinder, the undebatable, the undisputed best entertainment here on YouTube. You can call me Senor Gregorio Graybeard. The Sea Mexicans love to call me Mr. Third Leg.
Your third leg was just phenomenal.
Also the man with one trabajo. That is the ecclesiastical Mitch Slapper, the Manosphere Eradicator. You're looking at the Anointed One.
Acknowledge me.
The founding father of the After Pill, the junior college sociologist, the Morpheus of the mating matrix, the chocolatey Confucius, the Black Moses, the deliverer, also known as the man that ecclesiastically walks in the spirit of Elijah. I'm the man with more nicknames than anyone in the game. But in case you forget those names, just call me Greg Fu Young, the Lord of the Lings, Mr. James Bond, Greg DiBiase, Malo Poppy, Hentai CGA, Genghis CGA, and also Greg Wall of China, Mr. 50 Shades of Greg, or you could call me the Benevolent Monarch CGAC, God Allah. And you're looking at the reigning, defending 14-time the Monetized champion of YouTube. We got a short abbreviated show today because I got some business to handle today, but today we need to go in on this for a couple of hours. We have Yada awakening, learning that simping will never be the answer. He comes from a lineage of long-term pander bears, aka what you would call simps, that have used social media to pander to women in order to lead them astray from what they rightly should be doing in dating, relationships, and marriages. Pander bears do matter because pander bears are used as enforcement against men who are trying to do things at least the right way or the righteous way. And so as long as these men exist to be able to raid the purses of these fat, overweight women, these pander bears will lead other women astray as well by pandering to them, ultimately to their demise, getting exposed as the fakes and frauds that they are. So we're going to talk about this recent epidemic of pander bears that we've experienced here in the past 15 years of men taking the message the wrong way. And when one pander bear leaves, another panda bear takes his place. We all know the story of Derek Jackson, the legendary nigga pander bear. All right. Nobody respects this guy except these fat, overweight women and single mother mud sharks. Nobody respects Derek Jackson. Everybody knew Derek Jackson was a fraud. In fact, let's be honest. Even Derek Jackson knew he was a fraud, you know? Even Derek Jackson himself knew he was a fake, a phony, and a baloney. But he had to make his money. You know what I mean?
I got money.
He had to go ahead and get to the bag.
Gotta get my bag and run.
So I really can't blame him. I never felt anything personal against Derek Jackson. When he would go up pander to the internet, everybody knew what time it was, and you should have known that's what it was. But he caused irreparable damage to the dating marketplace, pandering to women to create a standard that has actually got ridiculously worse. So if you're a regular man, you really couldn't compete. Unfortunately, we found himself scrambling, and he's found himself scrambling and scraping for shit after it was revealed that he was having an affair on his wife. Yeah, Mr. Car video ass nigga, and he was scrambling and scraping. We're going to review that coming up because it does matter. And now once Derek Jackson got exposed, then Ace Metaphor took his place, only to later be exposed by a female comedian co-worker that said he tried to literally lick her punani, all right, or whatever he tried to do. We're going to review that.
Did you eat that cat?
Everything I say is alleged. Everything I say is alleged. Then another one tried to take his place by the name of Hafiz Baku. All right, he tried to take his place because they all came from the same lineage of panda bears from these fake ass Black Greek fraternities. Now, if you're a real Black Greek fraternity, I don't mean you. All right, we're talking about these fake, phony, halfway homosexual Black Greek fraternities that do fugazi shit on college campuses, and then they act like men stumping around with candy cane shit like this. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. I'm just saying, I mean, these niggas be walking around here, grabbing each other's Johnsons all for all the, what do you call it, initiation? Weirdos. Absolute weirdos ass niggas. But then they get together and then, they uphold their maggotry and then they promote themselves all throughout the rest of their lives. All right. But that's neither here nor there. All right. That's neither here nor there. But anyway. Then Hafiz Baku tried to go up there and be the next Derek Jackson, taking his simp podcast to the world in a really goofy monkey simp suit that he was selling until CGA put the kibosh on that. All right, CGA put the kibosh on that and Pearl Davis finished him. All right, it was what it was. And then because, people will give me credit for making Hafiz tuck his tail. All right. But, a lot of people knew that Pearl Davis a couple of days later really took it to the next level. So Hafiz tried to become the next panderer, and that didn't work out because people were really had it up to here with Panda Bears until this guy named Yada Awakening came along. Now, Yada Awakening, white people, you might not know who he is. So we're going to have to tell the white people who Yada Awakening is, because you don't hear, that white people don't hear shit like this unless it's a mud shark white woman. All right. Odds are this man is not going to come across your algorithm. All right. Because, you guys don't know white people have a different algorithm. They don't see too much nigga shit. All right. If white people see Black people on the internet, they usually aping and chimping out. It's usually going to confirm their bias why they're a racist, because, all white people are racist to an extent. Right. It's just the degree of racism that they have. It is what it is. But, most of the time, your algorithm will never bring across a nigga like this. You know what I mean? Because, this nigga is only here to pander to niggas. All right. Well, he's pandering to Black women, but, only niggas and Black women going to see him. But anyway, the only thing white people are going to see of the nigger community is fights. You know what I mean? Carnival cruises. I seen niggas fighting in Thailand. I mean, I hope I have opportunity to show you these niggas are fighting on Thailand over trash women. All right, look. We have a white person say, we don't know him. It's tough. Because when I do nigga content, I got to be really understanding that 30-40% of my watchers are white. And y'all don't even know who I'm talking about. You're like, who the fuck is this nigga talking about? I'm not like a Black Manosphere content creator where they never reach the white side of YouTube, Now, that doesn't mean you can't get good views because niggas do watch it. They just sit on their ass and watch it. Like ESPN, Stephen A. Smith. Like Stephen A. Smith is only a thing because niggas sit up there and watch Monday Morning Quarterback all day. They watch niggas arguing. You know what I mean? Like, that's a thing. So niggas like to watch other niggas fight and argue. So it is a thing that you can become very popular. But it's basically the chitlin circuit. You know what I mean? You're never going to reach white audiences. You're only going to reach niggas, and white people are going to hear y'all niggas arguing and chipping out and they're going to leave. They're going to be like, I don't got no time for this, man. This is crazy. White people, this is not of interest to their whiteness. It's not of interest. Niggas like this, and I'm going to show you who this nigga is. All right. And how many times could I say the word nigga? All right. It is what it is. But that's neither here nor there. But now white people don't see Black people stuff, black topics, Black interests. They only see niggas fighting in McDonald's. Right? They only see niggas fighting in McDonald's and be like, see, there they are. All right. It's they put the memes, Boo Boo and Yogi meme. All right. Then they'll say it's not always them, but it's them. Or they'll say things like, You know, we don't have a race problem. We have a race problem, something like that. You know, they start doing their white supremacy shit in the comments, and I'll be laughing as like a motherfucker because they be right. I'm like, yo, this shit funny as hell. I mean, I can't deny it. They be putting their white supremacy memes in there. Yep, usual suspects. All right, I love it, man. I love it. I'll be like, damn, they right. And I'm gonna show you why they right anyway. All right, white folks, that's all they see of niggas in the algorithm. It is, yeah, the well ass shit. We don't have a look, there go the white supremacists in the chat. We don't have a race problem, we have a problem race. We got a lot of racist white people in the chat. Shout out to you. I can't say you're wrong because I kind of feel the same. We don't have a race problem, we have a problem race. Oh, the humanity. All right, black people are going crazy right now at home.
Oh, the humanity.
Then they start putting din-dos in there. I didn't do nothing. Let's see what we doing here. Champing out. Yeah, they start doing monkey memes. I'm like, yeah, this crazy. But I'd be like, they dead right on there. What can you say? Niggas are crazy. The black people are leaving. All right. Anyway, that's the topic. To contribute to today's show, $ the Notorious CGA on the Cash App. It is Venmo, Coach Greg Adams CV. PayPal is PayPal.me. And that is / Coach Greg Adams. And that is near the top of the description box on the Free Agent Lifestyle channel. And you can super chat by clicking the link on the bottom of the live chat. That's on the Free Agent Lifestyle channel. Let's get it on. Shout out to Sean. John says, dude, put the hands team on his woman. I don't even know what that means, but the hands team. Put the hands team on his woman. We're going to show you that he has a history, allegedly, of domestic violation. This is not his first domestic violation accusation. All right, for Yada Awakening. I'm surprised he got along with it thus far. And he would have got along with it if it wasn't for these meddling kids. Shout out to Hustle Every Day says grand rising, grand closing, and grand raising, grand closing for that clown nigga. We're going to call him Yada Awakening, and I fucked all that up. He says fake alpha to a woman is the ick. Be yourself first. And we knew he was a fake, a fraud, a fraud. Everybody could see him. You know, here's the thing. If you grew up anywhere around niggas, all right, somewhere somebody's offended by me saying the N-word as much. And by the way, I never used to say the N-word this much, but I'm just saying it to prove a point. I don't like the N-word. I wish the N-word would go away. I want white people to say the N-word, but I know somewhere is offended that I'm saying nigga so much, but I'm doing it to make a point. Okay. But if you knew, like if you grew up around anybody in the black community, you knew these goofy ass niggas like this. You already knew and seen goofballs like this. Now, I'm not going to say he's doing this to get women because that's an easy attack. Well, he was a lame and he couldn't get women, so this is the only way he can get women. I don't think that's true, but we always knew scamming ass niggas. You know what I mean? They change religions every 2 weeks. They always trying to sell you something. They always trying to get some little multi-marketing scheme going. They always hustling. Hey, man, can I talk to you for a minute? Can I talk? Pull it to the side, put it to the side. You know, I'm short. You know, I'm short right now, and my friends, my kids can't eat. I need a cool 3,500. I'm going to flip it. I'll give it back to you next week. This shit. You all know what I'm talking about. Then they claim they godly religious, and they be out there, first one out there doing a stanky leg. Laughing and sniggling, just lying their way through life. And that's who he is. And then he uses a fake smile that he paid for. Apparently, he paid a lot of money for his teethuses. And he uses fake smile and charm to connive people out of their out of whatever position they have in life. All right, just pander to them. It's absolutely a disgrace. So they'll hide behind some sort of fake religion, or they'll become a fake ass minister or something like this. They'll join the Nation of Islam, and all of a sudden they a good person overnight. They'll talk about how they rewrote the dictionary while they was in prison, and they was praying 5 times to the east. They was fasting during Ramadan and all kind of shit. and be out here doing crazy ass shit. All right. That's who he is. All right. And I will never trust people like that. I don't care what religion you claim you are, nigga. You could go kick rocks. I don't give a fuck about you and your religion. It means nothing to me. You take that up with the Lord Jesus Christ and the Latter-day Saints. All right. Hiding behind religion to push your bullshit. All right. Not I. All right. I hate when people run hide behind God and then act like, oh, okay, well, you did say the magic word, God and Jesus. All right. So I gotta even Nation of Islam niggas will say Jesus. All right. All right. Even Nation of Islam niggas will come out here and pander to you black ass Christians and then thump Bible verses and talk about how great Jesus was. I'm like, aren't you a Muslim? Like, what? What's wrong with you pandering ass niggas? Like, how are you doing this, bro? Just stick to one book. Stick to one book. Jesus was a good man, and Jesus said in Isaiah 4:1. But what are you talking about, Minister Clarence 13X, Minister Ali Fashad? All right, I'm Minister Ali Farad Mashad, and Jesus said, "What? Look at the Muslims going crazy. Muslims believe in Jesus. They do. I got one question for you. In that case, is Jesus the Son of God? Is Jesus the Messiah? I'll wait. Is he the son of, is he the prophet? Is he the last prophet? No, I'm asking the Muslims. I'm asking the Muslims. I'm not asking you. I'm not asking you fake ass lukewarm Christians. You guys are lukewarm like my coffee right now. I'm talking about from the Muslim perspective. Not you fake ass Christians. You guys shut the fuck up. Hey, Christians and you fake ass Christians, this was not a question for you.
Shut your bitch ass up.
This is not a question for the Hebrew Israelite. No, I'm talking about to the Muslims. I was talking to the Muslims, not. All right. All right, here we go. These fake ass Christians. Yes, he is Lord, King of Kings, and the Lord of Lords. I don't want to hear this shit. Is Jesus the last prophet, Mr. Muhammad? Is Jesus the last prophet? You believe in Jesus? Is Christ King? Y'all quiet now. Y'all quiet. All right, anyway. Where we at? Why they quiet now? All right. Anyway, look, I thought y'all look, they don't now they keyboard frozen. Now they don't want to talk. You didn't interrupt my stream. Now you don't want to talk. All right, anyway. Let's get to it. Shout out to James E. He says, I became a trainer at 21 and worked in restaurants. The main person discouraging me was my mom. She wanted me to get a college degree first as a backup plan. I didn't see my dad for 10 years, never sent a dime. Now I'm making over $1 million and they're asking for money every month. Shout out to James E.
I got money.
My brother out here in the Desert Storm. And yo, sometimes, man, people in your life bring confusion and shit. So your parents wanted you to take the safe route. You took the hustle route. And now they want to beg you for money.
I got money.
I want to make us some money. Can you help me with some money? Nah. You didn't believe in a nigga. You didn't believe in a nigga. All right, it is what it is. Shame on a nigga who tried to run game on a nigga. All right, shout out to you, James E. And that's a co-sponsorship. We need to acknowledge that real quick.
I'm rich.
Shout out to you. Shout out to our brother here. Mark says, shout out to the notorious one, Yoda, aka Yada, about to have his forced awakening after he realizes the dark side could have saved him. He pays her allegedly a salary title of $250,000 a year as a stay-at-home mom, not a wife, because she's not a wife. He might have to continue that salary while she is also in these streets. He says the force is balanced, and it always is.
In these streets.
And we're going to talk about that schizoid that he married. Well, that schizoid that he knocked up. He might have to continue paying that woman, because once you make a precedence of paying and supporting a woman, she can make a notion that you should continue paying. Okay. She can make a notion to do that. She can say, you know what? These payments need to continue. Shout out to Dinero Tranquilla. I remember you saying women have sex when they are traumatized. I had a chick come through. Her sister recently died tragically. Hadn't seen her in 2 years. She wanted to get smutted and choked out. He says, I obliged her. Okay, I obliged. Here we go.
I like to get dominated.
He said he had her squirting all over the place. Been about 2 months. Haven't heard from her.
I like to get dominated.
All right. This is a thing that we teach men. That is a sponsorship with Dinero Tranquillo.
I'm rich, bitch.
Women like to get smutted out. They like to get slutted and smutted out. They like to get dominated. All the things they tell you they don't like. Boy, they like it. They like it in various degrees. But one thing you have to realize, when they experience trauma, they definitely about to get smutted out. They about to throw pussy around all over the goddamn football field. They about to throw it around all around the football field. It's about to go crazy when women are traumatized. And if they get laid off or they're bored, pussy about to fly all around the window. One thing you got to realize is a woman needs to be busy. A woman needs to be busy. You got to keep her busy. Barefoot and pregnant, or you got to keep her typing on the keyboard. You got to keep her doing shit. Otherwise, she's going to throw pussy around. All right, now. If you're on the recipient end, I'm just talking about the men who want relationships and seeing the good in a woman. All right, a woman got time on her hands, her vagina gonna get poked. She's gonna get poked on. She's gonna get poked on and poked all over the shape, poked and prodded. All right, or dude's gonna offer her to get poked, but trauma is gonna bring that in. A mother died, a father died, a relative died unexpectedly. She gonna get poked on, choked, poked, and smoked. Choke, poked, and smoked. But you got to keep a woman busy, man. Idle time is the devil's time. Idle hands are the devil's hands. For men as well. You're not busy, the devil going to take over your life. And when a woman, if she say she got laid off, yep, she got, or she been on vacation for an extended part of time, she been getting choked and poked on and smoked and all of that shit. Licked up and all that. Because they don't know what else to do with their time. They don't write books. They're like, let me write a book. Let me start a business. Let me research starting a business. Let me figure out how to advance my 401k. They let other people do that. Okay, but you got to keep her busy. You got to keep her busy and dutiful in doing things. And this is if you want a relationship with a woman, which I'm going to tell you requires a lot of management. Okay, it requires management. You're basically going to imprison yourself, keeping her busy. Because a woman, a busy woman, a good woman that is busy is a good woman. All right. They're very, very detail oriented. Okay. You start giving them duties. That's why when they go up to work, they can do good. They can multitask. Bitch be over here writing this, writing notes, taking down dictation. She'll be over here on her calendar. Women are the best employees you can find. In fact, they're so good, we pay them far less to do jobs. You know what I mean? You're like, they're going to take a job, but they do good at menial tasks. You know, they do good also at fine motor skills. They can take a needle and weave it through, and they are very patient and diligent. Fine motor skills. We can't do fine motor skills as dudes. We got to pick big up blocks and put them down. We got to pick up big weights and move them. We got to pick up a big box. If you get us to sit down, and we can't do that shit. Okay. We can't do it. Can't do it. Nor if it's something that extends for a long period of time that requires fine motor skills, we going to give up. I'm like, oh, hell no. Right? Find a woman that can do this. Hey, is there a woman that can do this that I can pay way less money? Okay. But a woman can do this and be watching YouTube and be cooking up breakfast and all of that shit all at once. We in the kitchen trying to watch YouTube and cook breakfast. Something getting burned. Either the kitchen gonna burn down or we gonna have to rewind the YouTube video. We're like, all right, I done went and scrambled my eggs. I got to go back and rewind the YouTube channel. I can't listen to both. You trying to scramble your eggs and listen? The eggs come out dirt brown. You're like, oh, shit, I got to throw this away. Put some new. You got to wash out the skillet. Let me put some. Okay. But women are good as hell, though. They good as hell. Now, somebody said pianist, musician, artist. That's called talent, and women don't have talent. All right, they don't got talent. So a fine motor skill that requires talent, they don't got that. But if it's repetitive, look, I'm breaking it down. I know people want to lie. Even guys are like, yeah, but guitar is a fine motor skill, but that requires talent and discipline, which women don't have. I mean, I'm telling you what they have. Like to do like a needle and a thread, that's not talent and discipline. That's just repetitive movement over and over again. And then they got to look and recognize a pattern. And then they got to take a different color of yarn. That's not talent. That's just recognizing some shit and, doing something menial, kind of low frequency, kind of low IQ. That's not talent. But then they'll sit there for hours and days and weeks and look at what I made. Oh, fantastic. I wouldn't have spent my time doing it, but then when you get fine motor skills that require a talent and discipline and a bunch of hours, they ain't doing that. They'll be like, you know what? Instead of actually becoming the musician, I'll just give the musician some pussy and get as close to the talent. Ladies, where y'all at? Do you understand what I'm talking about? I'm not trying to put women or men down. I'm trying to, I'm trying to clarify our roles. I kind of got off track. But my point was you got to keep women dutiful. That was my main point. I didn't mean to go off there because people start talking about fine motor skills that men are good at and shit. And I'm like, yeah, but that's talent. Women don't possess talent and discipline too much. They can be disciplined doing menial shit over and over again. Right? They could do menial shit. They're talented at doing menial shit over and over again. Like they go to work. These jobs that they got, they go to work. It's the same shit every day. And they'll come up here and thump their chest. And it's the same old goofy shit. Type this, put a formula in that, email that, copy and attach that, put this on the calendar, take notes to that, train for this. You train them like a monkey and you train them. They train. Okay, do this, say this. Here's the script to that. Hold this door open. Greet these motherfuckers, smile, stand there, nod your head. I mean, all right, the same shit. You know what I mean? They don't like do extra shit. They get a promotion and then they do, they delegate other shit that they was doing to other bodies. So they just managing. They just go from desk to desk managing people. All right. Did you put that formula in? Did you sharpen those pencils? Did you plan that meeting? All right. They just manage people doing diligent shit. I'm just, this isn't to put people down. But I got to get on with this show because I really only have a short amount of time and I don't want to just extend it because I got to get to this appointment. But what we got, Lex, is did you email that? Did you meet with them for that? Did you schedule a training for that? Did you call that? Did you follow up on that? Did you report that? Did you send in that report? Did you grade that report? That's what it is. That's what it is. That's it. Did you order that from the inventory? Did you take inventory of that? Pretty much that's what women do all the time. That's their jobs. It's like don't require much talent. It's just repeating this shit over and over again. Just rehashing shit over and over again. All right, we went to a meeting. Let's rehash the meeting. Okay, and then after we rehash the meeting, we're going to split up in small groups and rehash the same shit. And then by that time, it's either lunch or the end of the day. Now I got 2 hours to do whatever we just had 4 meetings for. All right, and so shit rolls downhill, that type shit. Yeah, did you send that invoice? Did it go to accounts payable? Did they receive the check? Did you photocopy the check? Did you put it in the file? They're good at this. They are fantastic, and they get very shiny titles for this. You get executive administrator to the comptroller, executive assistant next to the next nigga. Right? Assistant director to the nigga over here in this office. Assistant, director's assistant to the comptroller, assistant director. All right. There's a woman at work mad, angrier than a wet hornet that I'm breaking this down like a fraction. They mad as hell doing the exact same job that I'm telling them they're doing. Now, ladies, press 1 in the chat. Take your phone. Stop typing on that computer. Listen to your boss, CGA. Listen to your daddy. All right, listen to your daddy. This is what you're going to do. Take your phone that you're listening to and press 1 just to let you understand and let us understand that I'm actually telling you the truth. All right, you know what time it is out here. It's Get 'em Daddy season.
Get 'em daddy.
All right, anyway, let's get into it. Straggle and Sniggle Theater. This shit crazy already.
Like, ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right?
Straggle and Sniggle Theater. Let's hit the like button, ladies. I respect all the women. You are appreciated, but I'm not gonna pander to you. Neither am I gonna pander to these bitch ass niggas. All right, I call it right down the middle. All right, everybody can get that smoke. All right, we got Straggle and Sniggle Theater. We have a young woman here, a ling ling. All right, we got a nice little ling right here, a plain Jane ling, a condescending Asian. Any condescending Asians in the building? All right, they don't know if they're condescending Asians, but I'll tell you if they are. All right, we have a condescending Americanized Asian woman that says, this is what real good men are. We got the oval shaped head. All right, I'm pretty sure her head is flat in the back. All right, I don't know how they all get that oval shaped head and their head is flat in the back. All right, pick a struggle. All right, anyway. She says she likes men a little gay. She likes men a little gay. Okay.
It really is the men who seem like too straight that you need to watch out for. I like them a little gay. Like, I don't care if they seem a little gay or if they are a little gay, don't matter. A little gay. And it really is the men who seem like too straight that you need to watch out for. I like them a little gay. Like, I don't care if they seem a little gay or if they are a little gay, don't matter. A little gay. And it really is.
What the hell? Oh my God. No way.
What are you exactly hinting at? See, this, ladies, you know, and they're in the comment section, you know, they're in the comment section eating this shit up. 87,000 likes. Like, what are you talking about? Like, what does this even mean? She didn't even make sense of what it meant. Like, tell us why that you like a man a little bit gay. Okay, just tell us why. Give us one valid reason other than to go over here and rage bait people with this bullshit. But I got the pulse on what she means. You know what I mean? Because what Asian women want is niggas they can walk all over. All right, especially Far East Asian women. They want women, they want men they can walk all over and stomp on. And essentially what'll happen is they'll get that guy and then he'll serve her his purpose. And then guess what? She gonna walk all over this nigga. It's crazy. I'm gonna actually show you right here what I'm talking about. A lot of dudes think women, Asian women are submissives, which they are. They have a lot of submission nature in them. Depends on in various degrees. But what'll happen is they'll target men, especially westernized men, and specifically white men, but goofy ass Asian men who are a little bit gay so they can walk all over them. And this is an example right here. This is an example because when you don't see them lings behind closed doors, they be reading these niggas the riot act. All right. And those you be like, oh, coach, man, they don't like black men. They don't like American men. They don't like strong men. All right. This is why they like goof niggas. That's why they like a little bit gay ass nigga. Oh my goodness. This gotta be AI, but yeah.
Oh, the humanity.
Leans behind closed door can be very, very vicious, especially Far East Asian women. You know, that's China, that's Japan, and that's also Korea. They could definitely be very, very vicious behind closed door, and specifically the Chinese. Chinese women can be very, very vicious behind closed doors, and they look for half gay ass niggas to take advantage of. All right, so I'm gonna call it that this woman probably is at the University of California at Berkeley. She probably just a goofy lily lint licker. All right, and she running around here pushing the rainbow agenda. Let me see if I can pull this up here. Let's pull up her condescending Instagram. And she's a senior dog mom. Yep. Senior dog mom. I mean, any dog mom at this age, definitely looking at possible lily lint licker. All right, possibly a condescending westernized Asian woman, aka in China, she would be a leftover. It's crazy. It's crazy, but it's not a surprise. I'm looking at this, and she definitely. I'm thinking she's leaning towards Chinese because she hella skinny. She tall and skinny, taller for an Asian woman. Yeah, she out here going. She living a free agent lifestyle. Not a man or a woman in sight. All right. So she living the free agent lifestyle for a ling. Let's see here. Just looking at it. I'm looking at it background. Yep. She got her flatbacks out. Yeah. She flat everywhere. Shout out to, I like it. Right. I like them. What are we doing here? So you can see right there. Yep. Yep. There you go. Chinese iron board Asian. Yep. There she is right there. Little A cups. All right. Little flat tummy right there. Pancakes in the back. Flat in the head in the back. I mean, that's right there up my alley. Here we go right here. All right. Somebody says she's Korean. Somebody said look at the jawline. Potentially Korean, South Korean for sure. That could definitely be it. All right. What are we doing here? We got Straggle and Sniggle Theater pressing on. We have a guy giving an interview, and he gets very racist. All right. He giving a free interview here, and he gets super duper racist real quick. Let me see if I can line this video up to see what happened here. Let's see if we can line it up. So we have a black guy he's getting interviewed by some of these content creators that go in the street and do street interviews. Very tough thing to do. Very tough form of concentration. But as you can see, the man in the middle here, he's showing his middle finger, and he had this to say about the interviewees in this particular case.
Best thing that ever. Whoa!
I don't like white people.
Why?
Okay, talk to me.
Can you give me a
I
chance?
don't like niggas either. I'm an equal opportunity motherfucker.
Yeah, let's go. Okay. At first, we thought he was gonna get real racist, but he's actually speaking my language. I don't like white people. People be like, Coach, you like white people. I was like, I don't like niggas either. So I'm an equal opportunity hater. I don't like anybody. I understand his, when you live life long enough, this guy's got 60 years in. He probably did 10 years in the pen. You don't like anybody. It's not that you just like people that look like you and you dislike people that don't look like you. You end up not liking anybody. So I get what he's saying here. The black guy was like, well, Unc, you can talk to me. And he was like, nope, no. I don't like niggas either. All right. So, all right. I'm with him on this one. 100%. I don't know what he's going to say after this, but I'm in full agreement with what he's saying.
What's the best thing that ever. Whoa!
I don't like white people.
Why?
Okay, talk to me.
Can you give me a
I
chance?
don't like niggas either. I'm an equal opportunity motherfucker.
Let's go. Hey, when you live long enough, you'll know what he's talking about. If you're young, you're not going to get it. You're going to be like, you should like your own people. That's self-hate. It's not really. You're just tired of people. You know what I mean? You're just tired. Like, no. I can't even do it. All right, we got Straggle and Sniggle Theater. We got another video here that I'm going to have to pull up. I didn't have it set up, so we're going to go ahead and see if we can pull this video up. I think I commented on it, so I'm going to have to go to my videos here. Is this the video? Let's see here. Oh, that's not it. Is that it? Nope, that's something else. So bear with me here. I got to go ahead and do this. Let's see. Put your hands on them and this from my suspicion. Okay, but here we go right here. Okay, so yeah, here we go right here. So Straggle and Sniggle Theater, we have niggas in Thailand. Now, I've seen a lot of videos of content creators showing that they're all in Thailand and they get all the black people together. They rent out a villa and they'll get all the black people together and they'll hire out the whores and the hookers to come there. All right. And then all this stuff, or they'll go to Walking Beach and they'll go in a big group of niggas there. I would tell you, if you're one of these guys, shout out to Zoom to Thailand. I'm not trying to put you out of business, but if you're one of these people that need to see your own kind when you travel, you're already fucked up. You're already messing up. You're already messing up. Do not go look for your people when you go over to Asia. What you do is you stay far away from these niggas. Stay far away. Now, Indian people do this, and they have a bad reputation over in Asia. All right, Indian niggas, sand niggas go over there, and they hang out in packs of 5 and 6 walking down the street, all right, in a single file line, all right, just like walking, taking up all the street, all right, dressed in some terrible-ass designer clothes, smelling like rusty armpits, begging women and ladyboys for cheap punani. It's not good, all right? It's not a good look when you're wandering around town with a pack of 5 niggas. Now, white people and Russians, they tend to walk, by themselves with their family. They don't walk in packs of 3, 4s, and 5s, and 6s, and 7s. So when black people do this, I just shake my head. Is why y'all got to hang out with niggas when you go over there. Like, I don't get it. Like, just hang out with Asian people, particularly women. Okay. I would hope that you would go over there and hang out with 5 Asian women. That would actually make more sense. Go hang out with 5 Asian women. But when I go to Asia, last thing I want to see is a nigga. You know what I mean? I don't want to hang out with dudes when I go to Asia. Right. I do not want to hang out with dudes when I go to Asia, let alone a group of niggas. You know what I mean? Hanging around all day. If I'm not fucking Asian women, what am I doing here? What are we doing here, nigga? Like, I'm hanging out with friends because we're from the same country. We don't even live within 15 to 2,000 miles of each other in the same country. Like, why am I hanging out with these niggas because they look like me? Like, what? Brothers, go there to hang out with women, please. The fuck? Niggas get a villa and just hang out with each other, drinking and shit, Hennessy. All right, and the second reason why is because you know how niggas act. You can't trust them when they get drunk or high. So they take the nigga shit, the whole, den dude, they take the usual suspect shit to Thailand. Okay. And this is what happens. They end up not learning the culture and the ways of the world. And it says, leaving the Aftis in Pattaya's walking street. And from what this sounds like is, this is I'm just assuming this is when the sun's coming up. All right, Aftis, after party. I'm think this is what it is. So this is where they've been hanging out all night, drinking Hennessy, hanging out with niggas for some reason. They ain't at their hotel fucking. Like, you ain't at your hotel fucking by 1 a.m. What are you doing? Right? You're in Thailand, hanging out with dudes till the sun comes up, listening to music and drinking. I'm confused. I'm on my 3rd woman by this time. Y'all doing Thailand all wrong. I'm on my 3rd woman. I'm like, hit the first woman, back out, back at the bar at 12:30. All right. Try to pick me a second woman up. All right. Take her back at the bar to get the closing bitch at 3. All right. See if I can swim, or I'm going to just go to sleep. What are you doing hanging out until the sun comes up in Pattaya? I don't get it, bro. Like, niggas are actually crazy. All right. But here we go right here. Apparently, this is why I don't hang out with niggas. Here we go. Apparently, they out here fighting over lings. Look, this nigga, he done got drunk and high. They got to hold him back. Niggas start selling wolf tickets. All right, they go to hoes. They go to hoes right here. They go to hoes built like Asian women, box booties and shit. Okay, all flat in the back, flat in the bottom, box booty ass. Okay, all right, that's enough. Look, there's another box booty. All right, these are nothing but sea Mexicans, but that's neither here nor there. So niggas start wolfing, selling wolf tickets, loud. All right, nigga, hold back, nigga. All right. Like, what are we doing? What is this shit, bro? This is why I don't hang out with niggas. This right here, bro. Why are we getting to this point? And why does he have a purse? Why I gotta hold the nigga back, bro? Hell no. All right, so now look at what we got. Niggas arguing. They loud and all this shit. Look, yelling at each other, getting all emotional. Single mother raised niggas. Here we go. Okay, here go niggas fighting over there. We can't show fights on YouTube, but there they go, fighting each other. Y'all fighting other black people over these used hoes here. Look at these used ass hoes. This is sad, bro. Not even the Indians do this. This is beyond sad, bro. Like, you got to be kidding me. All that Asian poon. Okay, all that Asian poon, and y'all fighting in the streets in Thailand. Like, you got to be kidding me. Look at this. Even the lings is trying to get in there. Are niggas gay? Black men, y'all got to be gay, bro. Somebody said the Indians be holding hands. Facts. They be holding hands with each other, the Indians, trying to get one lady boy. And cameraman, you had one job. Look at these goofy ass niggas. I'm going to tell you, I will never hang out with black people in Asia, ever. I'll hang out with one at a time. One at a time. All right. One at a time, nigga. Maybe 2. That's it. All right. That's my limit. If I see the third nigga come in like Hulk Hogan under the ring, you know what I mean? Like he come in the ring. It's the third man. As soon as I see the third nigga, I'm out of there. All right. I'm going to need to see you come in with at least one other. You have to bring in at least 2 Asian women with you at that point. But I'm not letting 3 or more niggas hang out with me. There's no way, bro. Y'all actually can't act right. They can't act right. Y'all don't know how to act. Y'all just out here bring the bullshit. And of course, they say we don't have a race problem. We have a problem race. And it's true. It's true, bro. I mean, the niggas act funky and goofy as a motherfucker, bro. All right, so let me see if I can pull this up here because we're doing it. All right, I got about an hour and a half left. Let's see if I can pull this up. Where's my saved file? All right, it should be the comment file. All right, let's see here. I think I liked it or commented on it. Where did I put it? Did I comment? I should have saved it. I don't know where it is. Okay. Ah, damn. It should be in my save because I wanted to show some other. Is it right here? Okay, let me see if I can pull this up. Oh, here it is. Oh, shit, it just left. Damn, I had it set up. Oh, man, it was okay, damn it. Damn it. All right, anyway, that's Straggle and Sniggle Theater. I had the shit saved, and I guess I didn't save it in my likes. All right, anyway, if I find it, I'll pull it up.
Like, ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right?
Okay, all right, do me a favor, hit the like button. Let me do this next segment because we have a really preempted show, so I got to get right into it. Fuck you, boss up. One thing that we tell you about life, when it comes to life as a lesson to men, if you can't afford it, don't get it. If you can't afford a woman, don't get a woman. If he can't afford a woman to take care of her and provide for her, don't get one. This is the basis of the free agent lifestyle. If you can't afford a divorce, don't get married. If you can't afford to at least understand that there's hidden costs related to women, do not get a relationship. All right, because women come with hidden costs, just like buying a house. You want to buy a house? Don't get a house if you can't afford the maintenance, because maintenance costs more than the purchase price. If you want luxury cars, don't get a luxury car if you can only afford the payment and barely the insurance, because you're going to find out really quickly maintenance is your biggest cost. This is the money mindset, blue chip mindset lesson that I've been teaching for years. All right. A lot of people miss this lesson and they think they're ready to go. All right. But you're not ready to go. You're not ready for home ownership. You're not entitled to a home if you can barely just afford the payment, and understanding that the principal is not even getting paid down. You don't know the amortization chart. Now, here's the thing, man. Look, this guy says he bought a Mercedes AMG. All right. He brought a Mercedes AMG. We don't know what we don't know what type of Mercedes AMG. It could be a G-Wagon. It could be a sedan. We don't know. But this guy bought an AMG, and you can see Pookie, or Radames Pookie, Dominican, Puerto Rican, whatever you want to call it. Mino Black Poppy, all right, cosplaying Niggerdom, all right, Dominican Poppy. He says Mercedes charged him $1,600 for an oil change. All right, so let's see what happened here, Dominican Poppy.
I had got an alert saying it's time for my first oil change in the AMG, right? So I put up to Mercedes right now. I'm thinking it's covered through warranty. They ain't say no price, right? Well, I pull it up and they talking about $1,600 for the oil change, gang. 16, bro. Oh nah. Who Theo on the H could turn me up? Y'all drop the recommendations in the comments, man. I ain't going, bro.
Okay, he said he ain't going. All right, $1,600 for the oil change. Now let me tell you, bro. All right, first of all, he did not know how the oil change was going to be supported. He thought it was going to be covered by his warranty. Well, warranty covers things that break down. All right. And oil change is considered usage, wear and tear, tires, changing your oil. This is required maintenance for people who buy something. Right. If you have a lease or some sort of rental, you may not have to pay this cost. But of course, if you have purchased this car, this is part of your regular maintenance. So you have to pay for it. Now, what he probably did is went to the dealership. All right. And we call it the stealership. So if you have a new vehicle and you want to take great care for it, and you want to go with people who are certified to work on your vehicle, highly likely not to fuck your vehicle up. They're used to dealing with European cars, all right, or German cars. You're going to take it to the dealership. The dealership probably will send you an email saying that it's time for your oil change. Jiffy Lube is not going to send you an email. Jiffy Lube is just going to put a sticker in the corner of your window and hope that you look up there to the left to make sure that you hit your 3,000 miles or whatever the date is on the date. So Jiffy Lube is not going to send you an email, but your dealership will. And they tell you to bring your car in. They might even give you a loaner car. They might just sit there and give you motherfucking tea and crumpets while you wait 8 hours for your oil change. Whatever the deal is, they might even drive you home in a courtesy car or some shit like that. They're going to do some roll out the red carpet, and then you're going to find out exactly why the oil change is what it is. Right? You'll find out. They'll give you free granola bars and free trail mix and free bananas and free coffee and orange juice. You got to pay for the sandwiches, though. You got to pay for the sandwiches. Okay. So what's going to happen is there's going to be some additional things. They'll say, well, we got to do this and we got to make sure we do this. And so the oil change itself starts to rapidly increase to some other things that they're serving you. Right. So, you might not know that going in, but you're going to have to pay for that type of thing. Now, the second thing you can do is you can probably take it to a service that is less than this. I would not recommend 10 out of 10. I would not recommend. Why? Well, because you're probably going to take it to somewhere, Jiffy Lube, Express Lube, who don't work on this particular vehicles. They don't have oil that can go in those type of vehicles. All right. So over time, if you keep doing this repetitively, your engine or your transmission or your things like this, the things that you need to service every 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, every year, 2 years, 3 years, these people are not going to service these things. All they're going to do is change the oil and put some oil in there that has high viscosity. All right. And then your fucking engine is messed up. That's like people going gas. They're trying to cheap out on gas. They can't afford 91 octane. They're putting 87 octane in their engine. And so they think that's okay. It's gas is gas. Okay, well, when your sticker says 91, I would just preclude that you would actually still put 91 gas in that engine because pretty much you'll get away with it for a little bit. Okay. You'll get away with it for a little bit. You'll get away with putting 87 in that motherfucking 91 octane engine, that motherfucking V8. You got a V12 putting 87 octane in. You're going to get away with it for a little bit. But trust me, your engine going to be pissed off. And then when you get that $3,500 bill, all right, when you get that $3,500 repair bill in the next 6 months to a year, your engine start knocking and making noises. You like, bro, look, so the point is you can't want these things. You gotta know when you're doing big things, it comes at a cost. That's why I tell you, pays the cost to be the boss. If you want these big things and luxury cars and Bugattis and Porsche 911s, you want to be like CGA, I want a G-Wagon and a Porsche and shit like that. Guys, when I get a repair bill, shit is ugly. Okay, I have a video of a vlog of me doing this. I had one tire go out. The other tire was due. Now I got 4 tires. Now I'm down $6,800. All right. With one nail in the tire. One nail. I ran over a rock, like a big rock, because, you know, there's nothing but rocks around here in Las Vegas. I ran over a rock in my Porsche because it's low. Knocked out the transmission, oil in the engine. I mean, in the regular oil. Knocked that shit out. $10,000. All right. I had a repair recently on the Mercedes G-Wagon. Something was happening with the transmission. Took it into the dealership. Another $10K. You don't want these issues. Okay. You do not want these issues. It's cool when you just driving around and got the bitches looking at you and everybody's big upping you and you making content. It's all nice and shit. But you could go through tens of thousands of dollars owning just 2 of these cars, if not 3. These are not some of these things. You don't want these issues. You don't want these issues. And you can't just be like, I'm going to take it somewhere else. There's only really 2 Mercedes dealers in your area. But if you go to a regular place, I'm going to take it to, Jose knows how to fix transmissions. And Jose, fuck your shit up. And by the way, if you take it to Jose and your dealership and Jose fucks it up and you go to the dealership and tell the dealership that Jose fucked up your car, that repair is not going to be under warranty for certain, or your warranty is voided, or you got some other issues that they got going on there. Now they got to fix Jose's problems. Okay, so don't do it. Don't do it. All right, don't do it. Don't get what I'm saying is don't get into these cars until you can really avoid the problems that they come with. Because when problems come, you're talking about at least a minimum of $5,000. Not just changing the oil. And don't take it to service, because your car's going to tell you need some service. You're 40 days overdue a service. Oh shit, that's $5,000. All right. Okay, that's $5,000. You about to get hit for a $5,000 bill. Don't go in there thinking you're getting less than $2,500 or less. You about to get hit over the head because you got the oil change plus the service. Hey, can you change my oil? And then be like, yep, you need service A, B, C, D, B1, D12, and 3, 8. You about to get cooked. Right? You about to get cooked. So Brother Radamez Francisco, El Pookie, Marcus calls him. Right? El Pookie. And somebody said labor is really where you get cooked. All right, because that's where people don't think, why is the price so high? Well, it's the labor. All right. And most of these cars are built really messed up. All right. You guys understand now, I'm not a mechanic, so I can't really speak on this of the finesse of these altered places. They will finesse you. But the part is half the cost. But when they got to go in and repair what they got to repair, sometimes they got to take the whole engine out. Like your issue is deep down in the crevice of the engine or somewhere under the undercarriage. It's not like right there where they can plug it in. They actually got to take all the shit out. They got to unbuckle all your shit and then put all it back together. Right. So they're not built to be fixed. They're not built for quick fixes. Sometimes they're built just for precision and to sound good and to perform well. With that being said, it's not built for quick repairs. So it is messed up. It is messed up. They will get you. All right. So I just had a problem with the Ford. All right. My son was coming back from California and had a little issue. They had it in limp mode, and he was limping down the interstate and he didn't think he could make it. So I towed it $700 from the middle of Baker all the way back to Las Vegas. $700. Took it in. They talking about $2,500. I was like, shit. So if you want to be a guy that has multiple vehicles, you better be ready to be servicing multiple vehicles at a time. I remember I was down to one vehicle. I was down to one. All right. Because I let my mother borrow a car. I had my son. He was out of town with the truck. And then I had one of the cars in the shop. And then I had another issue with one of the cars. And I'm like, I'm about to be down to 0 cars. Like, I got 4 cars and I'm about to be down to 1 to 0. I'm like, what in the hell going on? So somebody said, just typed it. Let me see what you typed. He says their proprietary electronical check is like MRI, $1,500 to $2,500. All right. So you can get got, bro. Yeah, I'm going to be into motorcycles in a minute. So, man, I remember one point I was like, damn, I'm going to have to take an Uber to pick up one of the cars. It's crazy. So, but anyway, having no car is really where it's fucked up. I'm going to tell you, man, having no car. What do we got here? Let me see if I can move through this. All right, yeah, we're getting down to the nitty gritty. Let's do a crime and law CGA. We'll do all 40 segments, and then before the main event, we'll do some super chats, and we'll get the fuck up out of here. All right, we got crime and law CGA talking about Los Angeles, home of the scandalous. All right, I lived in Los Angeles for a good bit, Southern California. All right, for 35 years. Living in Southern California as a young male, especially, I don't know, apparently the shit's still going on, but they have a long legacy of gangbanging in Southern California. You almost can't escape it. You almost can't escape it. It's almost kind of going to be ever present, especially if you're a young black male or a vato or SA or a local. All right. You know, if you're trying to fit in with your homeboys, and these people will be gang affiliated or gang adjacent. And sometimes you'll know about these gangs. Now in LA, they have colors, right? So they have colors of street gangs. And typically, you guys know, when I was in LA in 1985, colors was a thing. That was when the Bloods or Crips started to become mainstream. I was right in the epicenter of it. out there in Hawthorne. Shout out to everybody in Hawthorne. But I went to Hawthorne High School for a year, and I went to all of the elementary schools in the Hawthorne School District. Shout out to Hawthorne Intermediate. But the gangs started to become very popular. Even gangster rap kind of came off the heels of this gang violence and gang organizations. Because there's colors, okay, colors associated with it, it became very traumatic to pick out outfits. All right, you had to really be conscious of what you were wearing. And fuck Luzinger, Chris. Fuck Luzinger. All right, don't come in here with that Luzinger shit. All right, that's Hawthorne. Fuck Luzinger. All right, anyway, shout out to you, man. I'm just messing with you. Y'all like, what is this about, bro? Chill out. All right, anyway. What's wrong with Luzinger, coach? All right, anyway, that was our rival. Fuck Luzinger. All right, anyway, shout out to Chris, man. Appreciate you, bro. What was I talking about? Oh, you have to be very conscious of what kind of outfit you wear. So you would wear blue. That was not good. You know what I mean? You don't want to wear blue. If you want, obviously red, you don't want to wear red. But it actually became worse than that, because in Southern California, there were other colors. There were purple, which was Grape Street. If you wear purple, it was Grape Street, right? And this is back in the day. I know things have changed a little bit. And shout out to everybody repping their school in Southern California. I love it. But purple was a gang-affiliated color. Green became kind of a gang-affiliated color because there was a Lime Street, right? Green became a color to be associated with the Bloods. Then there were colors like brown. Brown was associated with Swan family, Inglewood family. These became gang colors as well. So if you wore brown, or you wore a San Diego Padre or a San Francisco Giants hat, we're going to get to the hats. Then it became gang affiliated. If you wore blue and orange, you were gang affiliated with the Hoovers. So it started to be that they started claiming all these colors, and it became difficulty. If you wore a Raiders hat or a LA Kings hat, you were a gangbanger or a Mexican M13 or a goddamn, let's say something. All right. If you wore a blue hat, LA Dodger hat, you was just a gangbanger, right? We didn't know where we are, but obviously it's a blue hat, and it became very difficult. Okay, so now it became worse because the gang started to claim Major League Baseball hats. So whatever Major League Baseball hat was out there, a gang claimed it. So Swan family, SF, San Francisco Giants was a Swan family, more blood-oriented Inglewood blood gang. Then you had the Texas Ranger hat, the blue hat with the red T. That could be a Tongan Crip gang, or it could be Tepas, a Mexican gang, or it could it could be any nigga gang. You don't know what the fuck's going on. If you had a Philadelphia Phillies hat, which was red, it could be Pyru. All right, so that was a Philadelphia Phillies hat. It had a red P. That was Pyru. If you had a Kansas City Royals hat, that could be Kitchen Crip, KC. So you couldn't wear a Kansas City hat. If you wore a Milwaukee Brewers hat, that could be the MB. That was a gang name too, MB. So they would claim these hats, and you would just be like, okay, what hat can I wear? The safest hat you could wear would be a hat that was red and blue. California Angels at the time had a red and blue hat. There were other teams. The Cleveland Indians had a red and blue hat. So you would try to find a hat that was not affiliated. New York Yankees had a neighborhood Crip, I believe, was New York Yankees, or they would just cross out the Y and it would just be the N, and that would be neighborhood Crip. All right. So somebody said the Houston Astros, the old school Houston Astros hat would be Hoover Crips. Okay. Somebody said the Florida Marlins hat was associated with the 60s, the 60s. Back in the day, the Seattle Mariner hat that had with the yellow S was rolling 60s. So if you wore the Seattle Mariners hat, you were rolling 60s. I mean, it was bad. It was bad. So by the way, the Green Bay Packers logo with the G, that was a gang too. Okay. So it became just outrageous picking your outfits. You had to really be thinking like, all right, I don't want to get shot this weekend. I don't want to get hit up. You know, I don't want to be somebody try to figure out if they set tripping because I'm wearing some hat. you can't even cheer for your team because you got some fucking hat on, and then some gang member, hey man, what's that you claim? You like, oh, I don't know what the fuck. Okay. So it became very, very horribly toxic and traumatizing to wear hats. And this apparently still exists with these niggas. All right. These niggas still on this hat shit. Apparently on Crime and Law CGA, 19-year-old high school football star William Leartart was shot and killed in LA over a hat he was wearing. He was allegedly wearing an Astros hat in Compton. Rest in peace to these niggas. So he's a 19-year-old football star. I think he went to, what high school did he go to? I'll look it up. But apparently he might have been a college prospect. Wait a minute, 19-year-old high school. Wait a minute, 19-year-old high school. That slipped past me. That slipped past me. All right, but I'm just going ahead and say 19-year-old high school. Good Lord. All right. I think there's an age limit in high school. You might have exceeded it, sir. All right. But anyway, somebody said he went to Tustin High School. Tustin High School is in Orange County. Just so you guys know, it's outside of Irvine. There's a lot of Asian and white people there. So, but apparently he was in Compton and he didn't know that was on set. See, that's what happens, man. So he's in Orange County. He's at Tustin High School. Shout out to him. He's out there with the white people. And by the way, you can wear this in the white neighborhood. You can wear this in the white neighborhood. You can wear this amongst Asian people because they're not dumb. They're not dumb. They're not doing nigga shit. But as soon as you cross into Los Angeles County territory, which is not that far from Tustin, you can drive maybe 30 minutes and you're in Los Angeles County because Tustin is kind of north central Orange County. You can drive 30 minutes into LA County and you're in enemy territory. Certainly driving to Compton and now, or you go down to a USC football game with that Houston Astros hat and you're dead meat. Okay. Okay. That is sad reporting. And this is a real thing. This is a real thing in Southern California. And, it's not just the black gangs, the Mexican gangs, and even the Samoan Pacific Islander gangs. They participate in this tomfoolery too. But you literally put yourself marked for death, unfortunately, wearing this type of gear. You lose your life, and you lose your life over a baseball hat. This is real. Rest in peace to him, man. All right, Tustin High School. Yep. So, because sometimes somebody said it was more to the story. Tell us more. What was the story? No, dude, you could get people set tripping on you for little less than a baseball cap. I'm pretty sure some hoes was into it too. I'm pretty sure some hoes was in it. But one thing I keep telling you, man, is that amongst niggas, they do the most goofy shit. They'll take your life over a chain. Like for some reason in the black community, chains mean something. Okay. But chains are really relatively meaningless piece of jewelry. But niggas will kill you over a chain. Like if you steal their chain and you put their chain on the internet and say you took it, they'll kill you over it. Look at Tupac. Tupac died over a chain. Not him beating up Orlando Anderson. He died over a chain. Think about this. Somebody says shoes. They will kill you over a pair of $150 shoes. Take your whole life. So these little things, PNB Rock. These things to me are like meaningless, but they're major things in certain neighborhoods. Baseball caps, colors, shoes, chains. And you're sitting there like you guys are literally making decisions about these things over a little piece of jewelry that if you tried to resell it on a regular marketplace, it's going to yield very little money, $200, $300, especially if it's custom. White people don't buy Cuban links unless they're Negro affiliated or Negro adjacent. They don't buy this shit. They don't buy shit like this. They buy kind of real gold. They don't buy little shit like this. So it's a real sad thing. Yeah, they'll claim a street that they own nothing on. and they'll claim it as a territory to sell drugs. I get it, but they'll die over these streets. And I'm telling you, man, please, please, please. If you're in this mindset, shout out to, Nutty Block Crip is the New York. Thank you, man. You're actually right. Big Time Brim. He's a gangbanger. Big Time Brim. Yeah, Nutty Block was the New York Yankees. You're absolutely right. Thank you for correcting me on that one. But yes, that's true. But if you're in these areas and you're growing up around this, and this seems to be important to you, please understand you're living a low frequency life. These things are not important to the rest of the world, certainly not the rest of America. And I would encourage you and implore you to get the fuck out of these places. These places are not going to serve you any well. If chains mean something to you, like meaning that you will take a life or your life is in jeopardy over a chain, shoes, sneakers, and you have to consider wearing sneakers. If you have to consider what color clothing you're going to wear, or you'll lose your life. If you got to consider what type of baseball team you can associate with, you need to really get out of these circumstances. I remember when I became an adult, I said, one of the things I want to do is collect all the baseball team caps. And one of the reasons why I think that's a deep meaning to me is because I grew up in Southern California as a kid, 8, 9, 10 to almost 15, not being able to choose what type of baseball caps I can wear. So one of the things, if you go to my home tour vlog, you will see that I have all the Major League Baseball team caps, because at one of the first times in my life, I can wear all of the caps with nobody's going to do anything to me. So it gets bad. And shout out to Chicago. Chicago, if you wear your hat tilted to a certain direction, okay. If you had in Chicago, Milwaukee, some of these Midwestern, if your hat is tilted to the right or the left, you can lose your life. Right? You can lose your life if your hat's tipped to the left or the right. And I can't remember, because I have family that I can't remember who the GDs are and who the vice lords are. I can't remember what direction. But if you have your hat to the left, you won game. You vice lord or GD. If you have it to the right, you vice lord or GD. It's like, what the fuck? So I can't even take my hat off, just, wipe the sweat off and slap it on my head, and it's tilted one way and people shooting you. You're like, what happened? Okay. Somebody said Memphis Bleak got questioned in Chicago for his cap being tilted. Unbelievable, man. I'm talking about little goofy shit. Now, that's big shit to them. And like, if it's big shit to you, shout out to you. But I live in a world where I don't want that to even be a thing. All right. I don't even want that to be the thing. That's actually pretty low frequency to me. GDs is to the right. Vice lords is to the left. Shout out to the gang affiliation is in the building. White people are sitting back listening to this shit. White people are listening to this right now, and they are appalled at you niggas. White people are like, really? You guys got to go through this traumatic shit just to go to school? Yes. Mexicans and niggas got to deal with this shit all day long. All right, all day long. They got to think about this. They doing a math class, and somebody hitting them up because they got a Kansas City Royal hat on. Huh? I like the Royals. You know what I mean? And just like
Nigga shit, 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 nigga shit.
It's pretty bad. It's toxic, and it's been going on for many years. Like I said, back in since 85. I mean, when I was in Southern California, 85. This is when I started to become very cognizant of it, because I remember when I was in 5th grade, somebody came up to me and said, "Are you a blood or cuz?" I remember that to this day. And I remember in the movie The Wood, that shit, they showed that scene. And I could relate to that so much, because when I was in the 5th grade in Hawthorne, this dude, he was a new student. Like, we was going through regular elementary school as good little goofy normie niggas playing with Transformers and GoBots. We were completely unaware about gang shit. But this guy came from the other side of Hawthorne, and he came over there. He was a new student, and he walked on the playground. He was like, "Are you blood or cuz?" And I was like, huh? Right? Just sitting there like, hold on for a second. I was like,
What that mean?
What? Now, he didn't say it in a threatening way. He was just inquiring, and it was kind of like the talk of the playground, because this is 1985. So this is the height of everybody becoming aware of it. But I had no clue. So he's like, are you blood or cuz?
What that mean?
Right? I don't know. And then he was like, you should say this. So he proceeded to say, you should say cuz. All right. So that was my initiation into realizing that being a Crip might be more important than being a blood on this side of the hood. All right. So apparently everybody over here is Crips. All right. So if I'm asked, I should go with cuz. Got it. All right. And then the next nigga that ask me, are you blood or cuz? And I pick cuz, and it'd be like,
Pop, pop, cop, cop, cop. Skitty, keep, pop, pop. And a pop, pop, boom.
and I'm like, oh, I picked the wrong one. All right. Well, Maurice over here told me to pick cuz. Now I'm dead. 6th grade, dead. Like, what the fuck happened here? All right, damn. All right, shit. Damn. All right. Last person that asked me told me I should pick cuz. Now I'm dead. All right. Just stupid shit, but niggas got to deal with this shit. All right. Last one. We got some evil world we live in, and then we'll do the main event. Okay. Super chats in the main event. We got us an evil world we live in. Shout out to everybody that's got to deal with that tomfoolery, niggerism. And shout out to the CIA in the New World Order for putting that in there. All right. By the way, new world order. We got us an evil world we live in. We have Andrew Wilson, a clip going feral. Andrew Wilson has this to say about men committing assaults against women. All right. KT the King sharing this. All right. Shout out to him. He says grape is okay if she orgasms. Is this your king? All right, men, I told you, man, men are evil. Here we go.
The case that like grape is bad for certain people.
No.
For certain people.
No, it's bad for everyone.
No, it's only bad for certain people. Here,
Andrew.
like there's women, you agree, who have orgasmed during SA.
That has nothing to do with
Bro.
whether it's SA.
Bro.
That has nothing to do with whether it's SA. Are you kidding me?
Bro, I didn't say whether or not it's SA. I said during SA.
What does it have to do with anything?
Well, bro, if that's the case, right, then was it bad for them?
Yes.
Why?
Absolutely.
Why?
Because there are overriding harms than just orgasm.
Is it logically possible that there's ever been a woman who's been SA'd who'd enjoyed it?
What the hell? Oh my God, no way, yeah.
Is this your king? Huh? Is this your king?
I knew he was a weirdo. I knew this nigga was a weirdo. Now, we can show you with evidence that this does occur. So women that experience these issues in the middle of it can be aroused. That doesn't mean it should be okay, my nigga. You know, there's women that get lubricated. Some women like to be dominated. Some women look for it. They go jog in the park in the middle of 4:30 knowing niggas gonna jump out. So some women do find this thing to be somewhat attractive. I'm not saying that it's okay to do it. He's saying,
Is this your king?
okay.
Is this your
He's
king?
saying because she is aroused or into it, or because she wants it, biologically, that does then say that the crime didn't happen. Yo. And this is what happens when you just want to debate. You just want to be right. Okay. Shout out to KT King. You just want to debate. You just want to be right. Could it be logically possible? Shut the fuck up. Right? Shut up, bruh. I don't got no time to even hear or defend that. This shouldn't even be a topic. And this is the whatever podcast. None of these incel shit. This doesn't surprise me, man. This does not surprise me. This is this incel mania. Crazy ass, conniving ass manospherians. Halfway gay. All right. Just crazy shit, bro. Absolutely crazy. Could it be logically possible? No, this is not a conversation. Okay. This is not a conversation at all. We're not having this conversation, nor am I going to associate with you with this conversation.
The case that like grape is bad for certain people.
No.
For certain people.
No, it's bad for everyone.
No, it's only bad for certain people. Here,
Andrew.
like there's women, you agree, who have orgasmed during SA.
That has nothing to do with
Bro.
whether it's SA.
Bro.
Bro, debate me, bro. See, that's why you can't just debate people just because they want to debate. Debate me, bro.
That has nothing to do with whether it's
Bro. Come on, man.
essay. Are you kidding me?
Bro, I didn't say whether or not it's essay. I said during essay.
What does it have to do with anything?
Well, bro, if that's the case, right, then was it bad for them?
Is this your king? Huh? Is this your king?
See, this sums up my debate with him, because then he just arguing to argue. And I kind of made that point. I was like, it just sounds like you want to argue. Remember that in the first 5 minutes of the so-called debate, I made the point that I said, it just sounds like you want to argue. I said, the debate is over. We kind of agreed to disagree. My point is greater than your point. Now you're continuing for the next hour and a half. And I said, let's get a beer. Looks like we agree. Let's move on. I made that point in the first 5 minutes. And then he started going on. And I was like, it sounds like you just want to argue. All right. And that's what ended up happening. And then what he does is trying to corner you in the argument that then he wins. And then therefore, then people say, oh, he won. I was like, I wasn't even arguing. And I made that point during the stream. How do you fix the black community? And I said, you fix it, because I'm not here for a solution. Well, he didn't give solutions. I wasn't there to give solutions, right? I wasn't there to solve the black community problem. He was the one that volunteered. He was like, how do you solve the problems in the black community? You tell me. Okay. You tell me. I'm not here to debate the topic you want to debate. Tell me, and then I'll shoot it down. But I'm not here to offer you up an argument because you brought it up. And this is what a lot of dim-witted people don't understand. These people just want to debate to be heard, and they're going to take any position they can just to argue. Right? They just want to argue. And I noticed that about him anytime I see that, the fact that he went up there with Candace Owens and spent $300,000 just to get on an interview and argue with her. Argue shit that he don't even know. So you guys got to watch out about this. This is a tactic of people who have a sickness, that they're going to argue a sick position just to have an opportunity to argue something so they look right. Now you got to argue if it is okay if a woman gets aroused during a sexual. I mean, come on, bro. Yeah, trying to clip farm and stuff like that. Main event coming up. We got some people who have contributed, so I need to acknowledge them, and then I need to get on about my work and my business. I got to go get dressed fresh to impress. Okay. Now he arguing me about, I can't do it, man. I can't do it with these internet people. Hey, coach, pull me up and I'm going to be anonymous and I'm just going to argue with you. For what? Like, why? You're going to argue a point, then I got to argue your point. Shout out to Kaylin says, today's marks 25 years since the tragic death of R&B singer Aaliyah. What do you remember about her most? She was illegally married to R. Kelly as a teenager. If she had stayed alive, how big of a star could she have been in your eyes? Great question. Rest in peace to Aaliyah. That was a tragic loss, very unnecessary loss, and her own people caused her death. The pilot was not registered. The pilot was not certified. The pilot allegedly was on coca, all right, high when he showed up, but he was smart enough to know that these people were trying to push him to take too much luggage and passengers back to where they needed to go. But of course, these people had to rush and get her there. She had a trepidation and fear of flying, so they had to sedate her. All right, they had to sedate her, so they had to get her to be high to jump on a plane, which they spent hours out there on the tarmac not wanting to fly. Very tragic story. Okay, very tragic story, and proceeded to die very shortly after takeoff because there was too much weight on the plane, all right, on that little plane. So what I would say is what I remember most about Aaliyah is pretty much her transition into young girl into womanhood. She started to take on this look, seductive vixen look with her hair, extended and straight, as opposed to the childish Tommy Hilfiger, R. Kelly produced, sagging pants, exposing your boxers, wearing a sports bra. So I remember she made that quite transition, leaving R. Kelly behind with the illegal marriage and the rumors about that. So I don't really remember the rumors more first. I remember how she changed from a young girl to a woman very relatively quick, and she was gorgeous. I think she was a beautiful woman. all made up and her hair done. She was a very beautiful woman for sure. Now, with that being said, would she be a big star? Well, how old will Aaliyah be now? She would be in her 40s. I don't think she was very talented performer. Okay. And that might have been where she would have been capped. So she couldn't dance, or she didn't use dance as a lead in. She probably could dance minimally, but she was not probably an impressive dancer. She could probably do that break dance and shit. All right. But she was not an impressive dancer. Her singing ability, performing wise, was probably not impressive. All right. She used a lot of harmony, and a lot of her singing was not singing. It was talking and pretty much staying close to the mic. She couldn't blow. She didn't have vocal lungs to blow and sing. So she was not going to blow you away singing. It was probably her looks, right? She was looks. I would say she was a siren. She was definitely a siren. All right. So she was a sexy siren, female, seductive, vixen looking woman and all of that stuff. But I wouldn't say that she would be selling out arenas. Right. I wouldn't say she would be selling out arenas, but she was definitely beautiful to look at, attempt. And a lot of singers from the 90s, you got to understand, we didn't like the talent of the singers from the 90s. What we liked was we liked to see them attempt to sing and perform. Okay. So Ashanti, Maya, Britney Spears, Aaliyah, we weren't there to see them perform well. We were there to see them attempt to perform well. All right. And that was enough. Okay. Right. All right. She doing good. All right. Keep trying, baby. All right. And keep moving your wiggle in your stomach there. Do that again. Wiggle that. Okay. Most of these people were attempting to do shit. All right. Britney Spears couldn't dance a motherfucking lick, but put that motherfucking teenage girl skirt on. Put that Catholic school shit on. And put that rattlesnake around your motherfucker. Put that boa constrictor around your neck. And then do your hips like this. All right. Just attempt to motherfucking sing. We ain't trying to hear no guy. We don't need to knock me out of my chair. All I want to do is see you do that shit. You know what I mean? Do that shit, baby. Move that shit. Move that shit. So pretty much that's what Aaliyah was. We just watched her attempt to do shit and we just egged her on. Good for you, baby. Good for you. And then a real singer come out, Monica come out there and stand on stage and blow the whole goddamn roof off. And we're like, mid. Yeah, it was all right, Monica. And by the way, you're fucking 5 years older than you say. So anyway, kick rocks. Right. Maya, on the other hand, we want to see her stand up there. We'll watch Maya all day. Try to sing, baby. Try to sing. All right. Shout out to Maya. All right. Anyway. Meanwhile, they fucking all the R&B niggas behind the scene and the rappers. They all fucking Amarion and the niggas from B2K. And we thinking we up there like, oh, one of these days I might be able to get her. You lusted over her on the cover of King, and she fucking a nigga from B2K on the background. You like, damn. She fucked that little goofy ass, skinny, bird chested ass, light skinned nigga from B2K. You was like, oh, nigga. Oh shit. Anyway, why we get, this gonna fuck up the main event. Why you ask me that question? Yeah, they fucking Marcus Houston with the nigga with the eye patch. What's that little band he was in? Immature. They fucking Marcus Houston from Immature and shit. And we like, damn, Marcus Houston from Immature smashed? Damn, shit is low, nigga. Right. Damn, shit bad out here, bruh. How Marcus Houston smashed with the fucking eye patch on and shit. We like, oh, Lord have mercy. Like this shit, man. It's an evil world out here, bro. You out here maybe one day, maybe. And then you read a magazine with her and she's like, I like men with humor. I like men with humor. I like funny, interesting guys. I like average dudes. And Marcus Houston from Immature smashing. You like, God damn. What am I doing wrong? Niggas try to sing and shit. All right. Niggas try to sing. What a girl wants, what a girl needs, ass nigga. What a girl wants, what a girl needs, what a girl wants, what a girl, a guy needs to come to her. What a girl needs. Oh, Yeah. Nigga trying to get a record deal and shit. A guy who means something to her. Nigga trying to croon and shit. What a girl wants. Because you know niggas from the B2K smashing. A guy who means to her. Niggas dancing. Niggas trying to learn this shit. You at the showcase trying to learn this shit. Look at me. Niggas trying to become a rapper. All right, to smash these little industry chicks and thoughts. All right. This is crazy work, bro. They ain't fucked up your whole life and shit trying to be NBA niggas. And you didn't even make the JV basketball team in high school. I'm going to make it to the league. I'm going to the G League. I'm going to the motherfucking CBA just to smash these industry floors. Yo, shout out to James E. Shit fucked up, man. You know, ladies, this is how they get us messed up. Long haul money trucker says, I just paid $25K on a new transmission for my Peterbilt. He says, hater thought I went out of business, but they didn't know I'm a student of CGA. And when I get knocked down, I don't stay down. I just boss up. Congratulations, man.
Boss up.
There's always a plan. Money mindset. Always have access to that money. And he hit us with a sponsorship after paying $25K for the transmission. All right. Shout out to you. Congratulations, man. And shout out to you to getting your truck back in the business and getting them hauls up and down the interstate. Stay safe and keep on trucking. Shout out to Minzy, the editor, says, shout out to the hardest working man on the internet. Was a pleasure working with you, coach. Shout out to you, Minzy. Appreciate all the work and the effort that you've given us in those days, putting out all of that content. It definitely was helpful, man. Shout out to you, man. Anyway, that's what it said there. I don't know if I should say your name. It's crazy. All right, but thank you for that. But you know, shit goes on over here. Shit changes. And JC says, I lived in San Diego for 2 years and would visit my family in Compton when me and my Navy brothers pulled up in our Detroit hats. We had all of the Los Santos and Grove Street niggas shook. Yeah, that blue Detroit Tiger hat. I don't know what gang that would have been affiliated with, but the essays and the Vatos used to wear that New York Yankee Detroit Tiger shit. All right. And even Ice Cube in the movie Boys in the Hood had that Detroit hat on. I believe he had a Detroit hat on, Detroit Tiger. So that does, played a part in it. Jay says, you mentioned in the past that the best revenge on a woman is being successful. Could you let the incels and the Red Pill Rangers know why also? Okay. Somebody said rolling 30s. Somebody said any deuce gang. Oh, the Sox hat. Yeah, the Sox hat was just gang affiliated. All right, that the white Sox hat with the black one. When that came out, you was a gangbanger. All right, you was a gangbanger. But shout out to you. Yeah, success is the greatest revenge because women are going to measure you based on something that they cannot achieve. Somebody said Denver Lane. Denver Lane. All right, I think Denver Lane would be the Detroit Tiger. Thank you for bringing. Yeah, Denver Lane, which is that would make sense. All right, but anyway, going back to this one here, a lot of guys think that they can perform alongside women, so they can be equal to women. So women can make slightly more, and a woman's going to see him as valuable. It's not. So a woman is going to only be somewhat insecure about who you are if you become successful. That's it. All right, if you are on her level or below, she's never going to equate that. She's going to say she did better than you without you. But you have to quietly move about your business and then keep it moving, not trying to get revenge on her, because you can't really get revenge on women. Like there's one way you can get, listen, there's really no way you can get revenge on women, meaning that what you do to her is going to be seen as sassy or gay or immature, but she's doing the same thing. Okay. You see what I mean? So whatever you do to her, even though she's doing it to you, when you respond back with it, it's going to be seen as sassy. Like, for instance, she would take you to child support court and be fine with it. Take her to child support court. She's going to say, what's wrong? You can't make your own money? You see, that's an example of she can do to you and it's fine, but you do to her, it's not fine. And I'm going to tell you, I'm going to just equate it to this so you understand. her tactics of getting revenge on you is seen as like a pig wrestling in mud. So she wants to invite, like debate me bros. They want to invite you in the mud and wrestle you, but you're both getting muddy. The woman doesn't mind getting money. She doesn't mind losing her reputation. She doesn't mind being, because she can just pass it off as, you know, I was really in love and I just was in my emotions. I was on my period and she can pass that off as a reason. You cannot. So if you wrestle in the mud with a pig, you get dirty. As opposed to letting her wrestle in the mud, and she's normally used to going that low, you don't have to go that low in life. You can go above her and then stay clean. So never try to get revenge on women other than try to be successful. That is my best advice. It's survival advice, and it really chews them up because women think very long and hard of what they could have had or missed and what they tried to destroy. And when they don't destroy you, they think about it for 40 years, right? Johnny Las Vegas says, speaking of simps, we have a feminist and simp enforcers in full force throwing up the Diamond Dallas Page symbol outside the courtroom in support of that white woman who unalived her 3 children after sending her husband to go pick up Uber Eats. The simp enforcers are out there. Yeah. Damn.
All the humanity.
Shout out to you. All right, damn. It's a evil world out there. Kevin W says, want to thank you for your YouTube Money Mindset streams. Just crossed 1,100 subscribers. So shout out to you. Hopefully now you can get the watch time before February, I believe, or January when they push the watch time up. Shout out to JB says, started live streaming on my 500 sub analog horror YouTube channel. Had up to 8 people, but never got below 3. Made no money, but had a great time. Do you have any wisdom? I'm starting with 1 a week for 2 hours. Shout out to you right there. Keep pushing out your vlog, your videos on demand, your long form content. Keep pushing out your shorts so that you can get a little bit more of those numbers up. And then you will find that it'll be one of these streams with a hot topic that you might get a lot more people in there. And once you engage these people, try to get them to further engage off the platform and supporting you. All right. So you're building your audience, and stop renting them. You're actually going to start buying them. So get them over there and give them something that they can go over there and find out more about you, on some art, whatever you have, that they can go to your website or Etsy store or whatever it is that you have, so you can get them engaged in what you have, because people want to engage in something they're interested in. But keep pushing out your other content, because your other content is going to draw more of the people to your live streams. And next, schedule your live streams that are consistent. Consistently go on live at the same time. Okay. So if you go on live at the same time, you'll have more people. When I go on live and it's not my normal time, I have far less people. Why? Because they don't know. But when I'm go on live at the same time, people are accustomed to me being there. And so they can get used to that consistency, and it's going to beat it. Consistency is a thing. Like when I go on live on the Coach Greg Adams channel, I never announce it. Right? I might say I'm going to come on live, but I never announce it. And what happens is people don't know you're there. And then they find out after the fact. You know, they went and watched something else, or they were doing something else. And had they known you were going to be on, they would show up. All right. But when you just pop on whenever it's convenient for you, you're not going to build up consistency for them to be waiting for you when you pop up. Shout out Blue Baggins says, flying myself to a client meeting in Indiana, listening to CGA while navigating Class B airspace. Ain't life grand? Better boss up. Shout out to you, man. Man, you out there flying yourself to a client. Let me see here. Damn, that's crazy. Shout out to you. I got an interesting story here. You see here. If I can pull this up, shout out to you. Hold on for a second. What's going on here? All right, congratulations, Blue Baggins, bagging it up. Let's see if we can do this right here. Okay. Man, damn, you said something and I wanted to follow up on. Oh, I did find it. Let's see if I can find the original video, because you mentioned a space that I wanted to look up here. Okay, let's see. Come on, man. Oh, it's okay. Here we go right here. So he mentioned Indiana, y'all. He mentioned Indiana. Blue Baggins mentions Indiana. So we got to give you Indiana here. Here we go.
Indiana, here Indiana, we from Indiana, we from Indiana, I'm an Indiana, she an Indiana, we from Indiana, we from Indiana, hey, hey. I'm an Indiana, here.
Blue Baggins, that's where you going? You going to you an Indie animal? He an Indie animal. All right. He's an Indie animal. You're an Indie animal. All right. And they said, hey, all right. This is, by the way, white people, this is Midwest niggas. This is what Midwest niggas do. Detroit, Cleveland, Milwaukee, Indiana, Naptown, Chicago. This is what niggas do. Like age like 16 to 35. Right? This is what Midwest niggas do. If you want to know the difference between West Coast niggas, Southern niggas, Northeastern niggas, and Midwest niggas, this is Gary, Indiana, and all of these niggas. This is what they do. They do dances and shit. All right, they walk around with they long ass hair and gold teeth in their mouth. And then this the girl. Look at this girl, absolutely humiliated. She an Indie animal. Look at these niggas in this dingy ass apartment and shit. On 5th and Burleigh, on 28th and Keith. All right. This is Midwest niggas, man. I got cousins like this. When I go back to the Midwest, I see my cousins like this, and I be like, God damn. They literally be living their life like this, walking around all day with their pants hanging off their ass, doing choreography dances and shit. And then the bitches be sitting in Cleveland like this all I gotta work with. Women in Cleveland literally be like, this all I gotta work with, these niggas. She got a regular job at the call center. She doing good in life. She got her a goddamn 6-cylinder car or 4-cylinder knocker. All right, she done got her a Nissan Altima. And then these the type of niggas girls got to date in Cleveland. All right. These the type of niggas a good, strong, educated black woman got a date in Indianapolis. All right. Hustle nigga. These niggas that refuse to grow up.
I'm an Indiana, here Indiana, we from Indiana, we from Indiana, I'm an Indiana, she an
Look. She an Indie animal. She like, damn, there ain't enough weed in town for me to smoke through. Oh, by the way, he gets it for free too, by the way.
We from Indiana, we from Indiana, hey, hey.
These are the guys that call me tricks in the comment section. These are the dudes that call me a trick in the comment section. Not me, coach. I don't have to pay at all. All right. I fucks for free. I'll never pay for pussy. Said this nigga right here. One more time. Here we go.
I'm an Indiana, here Indiana, we from Indiana, we from Indiana, I'm an Indiana, she an Indiana, we from Indiana, we from Indiana, hey, hey.
This is when I go see my family in the Midwest and they doing this shit at the party in the basement. I just be sitting off on the side like, and then afterwards, after they get high and they get drunk, they like, hey, let's go out. I'll be like, I'm going to bed, bro. Because I know y'all about to get shot tonight. There's a high chance somebody getting shot out of one of you niggas. All right, we gonna go to a funeral. I just came here to visit my family. One of y'all niggas gonna get shot, and it's probably gonna be me hanging out with y'all goofy ass niggas tonight. Oh, they cool. This is a cool place. Nothing ever happens over here, ass nigga. I'll be liable to get shot hanging out with y'all monkey asses all at the middle of the night. Fuck that, nigga. I'm gonna let me just live another day, survive in advance, live another day, survive in advance. Fuck that. Y'all go out. What's wrong? You too good for us? Yes, I am. I'm too motherfucking good for you. Do you know my net worth, nigga? Look up me up. I'm on the internet. I'm not about to get shot in Milwaukee. I'm not about to get shot in Milwaukee going to y'all niggas' porch house and shit, your grandmama's house to go party. Right? Somebody grandmama's house in the after hours, all right, in a hole in the wall goddamn basement with the basement and the Wizard of Oz shit, the tornado entry. All right, nah, I'm good. Nah, y'all have fun down there, nigga, in that moldy ass rotten basement. All right, I'm too good to be down there in that moldy ass basement. The next flood gonna flood all this shit out. Fuck that. I ain't going down there. I'm too good for that shit. Yes, I'm smarter than the average bear ass nigga. Fuck that. All right, anyway. Detroit niggas are irate right now. What's wrong with parties like that? Detroit niggas are going crazy. All right, look, let me get to this shit. I got to get out of here. Oh, man. The Tate brothers are getting flack for their fake ass lifestyle for social media clout. The New World Order hitting them over the head. Hey, man, don't blame me. I tried to warn you niggas. All right, look. Tate brothers humiliatingly admit that their lavish show of wealth is fake play for social media clout. Now, you guys going to be like, no, it's not, coach. See, they really trying to. But look how the New World Order is handling it. I'm only trying to educate you guys. Now they got the spin that they were out here faking their lifestyle, which they were to an extent. I'm a billionaire. So you guys got to know how the New World Order is going to use this to do it, even though you might say, no, he was actually doing this to prevent the government from. They're just using it to clown the niggas. So when you come and support him, just know that that's how they're going to attack you. It was just fake, fraudulent lifestyle. And by the way, they admitted it, so you can't get mad, right? That the NWO is using it to their advantage. Okay. New World Order. You can't get mad because they testified to this in an affidavit and in court docs. All right. Strategically. Okay. Main event. Let's do it. I think I got time today here. What do we got here? We got the main event here. Why simping never is the answer. Men are looking for answers, and oftentimes you will find simps, men who, I don't use the word simps lightly, although I have 12 simps of Cheesmiths. I do find that the men use simping very egregiously. All right. They're using it for a guy who actually has an advantage in the marketplace. But a simp basically does not have an advantage in the marketplace, and he's trying to cheat his way to women's validation. He's trying to cheat himself to women's pocketbooks. He's trying to manipulate the system as opposed to using what is his advantage in this system. So simping to me is a very defined thing that we've actually misdefined. All right. Treating a woman nice is not simping. All right. That's not simping. Rewarding a woman. If a woman's doing what she needs to do and you reward that, that's not simping. Just because you wouldn't buy her flowers. Well, you wouldn't buy her flowers because you're not used to women doing good things to you. But part of the dom sub culture, part of a woman submitting to you, you have to find out what the reward is. So if a man wants to buy a woman push gifts, I wouldn't buy her push gifts because she's never done anything for me. Now, if she's giving this nigga the world that we know of, then it might be fine for him to use that reward system. That's just based on him. That might be over and above you, but that's not simping. That'd be something that you would classify as some other thing that you don't understand. Okay, I wouldn't pay that as opposed to calling it simping. Okay, so somebody's ears trying to hit. They own a particular rental car company. All right, yeah, we did all that. All right, we covered that yesterday. All right, so we already covered that with the Tates. But in this situation, men, particularly black men, but there's not exclusive to black men. You got Uncle Tio simps in the Mexican Latino community. Niggas that act like there was a player in the Mac in the 70s, 80s, and 90s come out here simping for their fat wife. Okay, they come out here simping for their fat wife, snitching on you for cheating on your girlfriend. This type shit, right? So those guys are particularly Uncle T.O. simps, Uncle Simp T.O. And so they backstab and conniving as simps, all right? Simp enforcers, all right? They'll come in there and enforce simpery and don't do this and don't do that and let the women and the hoes get all over you and your family. So you have that. You have the black simps. You have white simps, all right? White simps, necessarily people, not, you know, men that are in the kinks are not simps, but they'll do simp shit in order to get access to a woman. That could be considered simpery. Also, black men, they will use God. They will use positive messages, despite the statistics overwhelmingly show what they're talking about is not even possibly can happen. So they'll talk about black family and what a real man does and this shit. Tony Gaskins, Boyce Watkins. And then you look at, ask them where they're from. Tony Gaskins, where are you from? Atlanta? Look at the stats. Boyce Watkins, where are you from? Philadelphia? Look at the stats. Okay. So they'll come in there and be like, well, it should be this. It should be that. You're from Philadelphia. What happens in Philadelphia, nigga? Like, don't come out here with this bullshit and then push God and all this. God can fix and what a proper. I don't want to hear this shit. So then when men start talking real, we're the bad guy, especially when women start picking up the message. And in particularly because women are the weakest link because they are highly using emotions, not rational logic or what we call pragmatism to solve problems. They're hoping that their emotional argument is going to solve the problem. Now watch this. The reason why this doesn't work is because the woman can use the same emotions to say why it's okay for a mother to kill their baby because she was emotional. This is why leading only with an emotional argument doesn't work. You can't completely leave emotion off of it. But then when you just start saying emotion overrides everything, then you arrive at Lindsay Clancy is okay for what she did because she was in an emotional state. You see what I'm saying? Like, you cannot do that. And what these simps do, these pander bears, is they lead the woman to only an emotional argument. What could be, coulda, shoulda, woulda, and so forth and so on. So this is an example of a pander bear that literally fell flat on his face in due time. We knew it was coming. We just had to sit and wait. But while we were sitting and waiting, he was making money hand over fist over single fat black single mamas, believing that they're going to fuck him and or find a man like him. Okay. So this is Derek Jackson. He became one of the most prominent modern day simps, or if you will, pander bears, and he pander bear his way all the way to riches. Can't knock the hustle. But what we also have to know in relative short order, we knew he was going to get exposed. So he had the idea that black men don't cheat, only to be out here cheating with multiple women. Okay, so, and there his bonnet wife is, and as soon as he get a chance to clean it up, he rushed his bonnet goofy ass wife up here to finish the act.
Is that Derek Jackson was involved with other women outside the marriage. And by involved, I want to be clear, I'm not talking about just casually kicking it, maybe a lunch or something like that. I'm talking about as serious as sex, to sexual flirtation and meeting up and that kind of thing. And some things that otherwise may be considered okay by some in terms of like just chatting or checking on people or being checked on by people that I've had a previous encounter with.
All right. And so this guy right here is a despicable human being to do this to this woman, not even caping for this woman. She can't even take her bonnet off. All right. And then she jumping up here with no bras in her titties. And then she ended up here being crazier than that nigga. All right. She ended up being crazier than that nigga. Let me go ahead and show you. Let me show you here. Let me see if I can pull it up. But he was supposed to be black men don't cheat. I like women with goddamn stretch marks on her belly button. And then she ended up, let me see where the damn video is at. She ended up being crazier than that nigga. All right. When she went up there and said, I'm going to put a root on your ass. I thought I had the video lined up. Guess I don't. See if he can. Oh, here it is right here. She ended up saying, I'll put a root on you. So you see why he was able to get away with what he wanted to get away with. Here she is.
Lies, speaking against the names Danae Jackson and Derek Jackson in mockery, accusations, slanders, and lies. May the mercies of God be withdrawn from you. May your husbands and wives become widows. Let your children become fatherless. Let your seed become vagabonds on the earth. Let the words of your mouth and your words of your hands be returned back to you. Let it go down your throat and choke you slowly until your days become few on the earth. The word of God says, touch not my anointed and do my prophets no harm. You've been warned.
Oh, the humanity.
All right, and so this is her defending her man. All right, standing 10 toes down for him to a certain extent, but she ended up being cat shit crazy. And what people have to understand about black people, you're a broken people. You don't know who you are. You don't know who your God is. Y'all got identity fucking problems. Y'all steal everybody's culture and religion and claim it as your own, as you made it up. All right, you take credit for the goods of the world and not the ills of the world. And then you always use God when it's convenient, and you don't even know what God you're praying to half the time. You guys got the white man God and the white man Jesus that you're pushing out here for your own moral purposes, but being full heathens out here. And this is prime example. So you have a community full of pandering simps and motherfucking witchcraft witches, but y'all all out here confused, misdirected, and misguided and undecided. And then you want to pull out white man's Jesus to defend your motherfucking moral position when you need to, casting spells and roots and putting voodoo on motherfuckers at the same time. Like what? At the same goddamn time. So this is no different than these goofy ass niggas. The next one up here that we're going to talk about is Ace Metaphor ass nigga. All right. And I know you're offended by me saying that, but if you know what I'm talking about, you know, I'm telling you the God's honest truth. All right. And so forth and so on. All right. Yeah. Jewish Jesus and shit like this. Y'all out here with the white man, the white devil slave masters, God, in your slave name, telling me about the Lord Jesus Christ and the Latter-day Saints. You got the other simp, Ace Metaphor, running around here with his wife ecclesiastically, little ass nigga like me, but out here smiling and glad handing and shit, acting like you ain't doing no goofy ass shit until that woman came out and said you were sexually harassing her. All right. And there was a woman named, let's see here, that exposed him. Ace Metaphor is married, was married at age 19 years old. The marriage ended in a separation and a divorce by the time he was 21. Let's see here. He ended up getting exposed by a lady named Kitty Rose. All right, Kitty Rose, which was a comedian on their fucking Chitlin circuit tour, full of niggas laughing and going crazy and acting a goddamn monkey on the stage, talking about relationships that none of you motherfuckers have. All right, largely demonic relationships that you motherfuckers have, absolutely fucking debaucherous relationships, cheating, affairs, other niggas' kids being raised. This woman literally ended up exposing him for who he was. All right. And so that's the woman, Kitty Rose. And she another NB that I wouldn't trust as far as I could throw her. Another demon child, another demon seed, if you will. All right. Expose that nigga for being a motherfucking cheating piece of shit. Another fuck boy. All right. Using his leverage to get access to pussy. All right. So not a surprise, but up there on the stage in the Chitlin circuit tour, pouring out floetry niggatry to act like he's one of the good people and he's one of the bad guys. See, I'm one of the bad guys. I'm one of the bad guys. I'm out here degenerate, debaucherous nigga. I'm a whole fuck boy. I'm a whole ass nigga. Like I be out here hoeing. And I don't apologize for it. Nigga, I show you in real time on the gram. All right. So I'm not trying to hide my shit. All right, but you can catch judgment on me with y'all old demonic families and your whole white Jesus and your whole identity conflict. You are the first Israelites, the first Native Americans, the first European Moor kings, nigga. Y'all was all this shit, and y'all niggas can't figure out how to keep a family together and raise kids under a whole damn roof. All right, but that's neither here nor there. And why do we see this pattern? We see this pattern because once one of these niggas fall, another one takes his place. Hafiz tried to take his place, but then I go ahead and lit that nigga up like a Christmas tree and sat his ass down. And he had to take a year break. And he ain't recovered since. But what is pandering? It is gratifying people's desires, biases, and low expectations just to win approval or power. It's dangerous because it destroys trust, distorts the truth, and damages both the person pandering and the audience. Okay, so once these niggas get destroyed, the women have to find a new nigga that panders, a new belief system, because they don't want their belief system destroyed because they got to keep that shit going. They got to keep it so you niggas are the problem. And that leads us to Yada Awakening, another one of these fake religious motherfuckers who named and endured. He ordained himself a minister for no goddamn reason. He claims he's a biochemist. We ain't seen a goddamn degree. All right. And he's using niggatry to actually come out here and rage bait people, saying if he's not paying the bills, don't listen to him. Let me play this video.
The bills, don't listen to him. If she has to pay her own rent, her own lashes, get her hair done, her nails done, buy her old clothes, why should she listen to you? Being a leader costs money. Being a leader isn't free. Being a leader doesn't come with a discount. Why should she take life advice from a man that's unable to elevate her life? Why should she commit herself, be loyal to a man that's unable to provide her every need? You men are in the way. And then you want something for nothing. If he can lay next to you and watch you get out of bed exhausted and go to a job that you can't stand, that man don't love you. He hates you. Only a man can sleep comfortably next to a person he hates, knowing they're overly worked, exhausted, tired, while bills are stacking up.
All right. So now somebody might say, and I see somebody say that, it sounds like you, CGA. Not quite. Not quite. See, his message is to women, telling the women what to do to a man like that. My message tends to tell you you're not prepared. So you need to get prepared. If that's what you want for a woman, you get yourself prepared. So I don't pander to the women for the message. I don't tell the women, don't listen to this man. I tell you bitch ass niggas. You see, I don't pander. I tell you, you a bitch ass nigga, you ain't ready for this life. And I'm trying to warn you, you're not ready to do what you want and get what you want from a woman. You see the difference? That's a major difference. It would be the same if I went to the woman's audience and I put that on there and I say, I want women to listen to me. That's completely different. Don't listen to a man if he's not paying the bills. No, I'm telling you, bitch ass niggas, you broke Jiffy Lube ass niggas, get your money up so you can get leverage and get what you want. That's a completely different. That's completely different. Well, the principle is the same, but I'm not pandering. I'm not pandering. I'm not even pandering to the men, which my audience is men. You would think I would pander to you and have the opposite message. No, I'm not pandering to anybody. I'm just telling the truth. So if you can't accept it, you can't accept it. Okay. I'm just telling the men straight up to their fucking face, you bitch ass niggas, you up. I don't pander to even the men. So who am I pandering to? I'm pandering to nobody. Okay. I'm just telling you it is what it is. You can ask Giz, and I stole your girl while you was in prison. Okay. So I'm pandering to nobody. He's pandering, giving these women a soft, false hope that they're going to find a guy to support them and protect them. And they're not. Because he's not telling them, like, the message he should be saying, ladies, if you fat, overweight, you got a buffalo hump on the back of your neck, you're not going to get a guy to provide. You see what I mean? Like, that would be the proper message. That would be appropriate. He would not be guilty of pandering. But he's telling a group of buffalo hump, big ass, big back bitches, all right, that they going to get big cankle ass hoes, that they going to get a guy that supports you. See that? That's a major, major difference. So the message might sound similar, but I'm not pandering. He is, right? He's pandering to that group, and he's putting that message out, downgrading the men to get female approval. I downgrade you bitch ass niggas, not for female approval. Okay, completely different. All right, so let me tell you something here. That leads to this. This guy says that he pays his woman $250,000 a year to do what? Be a stay-at-home wife. She shouldn't have to work. You should provide for her, blah, blah, blah. And he used the fact that he's a fake religious person to actually show you that he's able to carry this particular message out. Okay, now, the reason why I know he's a lying ass niggas, because I know niggas like this. I know guys like this. They lie and they act like they're a good person. And yeah, sure, do they grow up? But most of these niggas are just dudes that couldn't find any other way. So this is their way. This is him 20 years ago. So this is your boy. All right. Yeah, just a comment. We got these gangster niggas. All right. Sunglasses on the indoor ass niggas. And there's Pookie. Big baseball hat. Fake jewelry. BMF shirt. Yeah, this is him. This is him, and it's not that surprising. Pookie. He just that Pookie that was able to figure out how to transform his image into, and then he used God. He used some sort of religion to transform it. The religion has to be part of the rig. It has to be a part of the con. With these black niggas, when they start doing this crusading, they cannot do it absent of religion. They almost always have to have religion attached to it. They'll do Muslim, they'll do some sort of Israelite, they'll do Christianity, they'll say they're a minister. To drive their point home is they got to use God and white Jesus to do it, or they got to use the Allah. They have to do it in order to be credible, because nobody's going to look up their credentials as far as being a minister. Oh, he's a minister. He ordained to push this message. They have to use religion. Derek Jackson used Christianity. Hafiz used Christianity. Derek Jackson used Christianity. Hafiz used Christianity. Ace Metaphor uses Christianity. Brother Polite uses Hebrew Israelite. This fraudulent nigga used Islam. They have to use it. Sneeko, a lot of men in the manosphere, Andrew Tate. Part of the con is the use of religion to get you to believe that there was a significant change. Tony Gaskins, Kojic, Christian Church of God and Christian in Christ. Andrew Wilson, religion. When you hear religion, you should have your motherfucking antennas up. I don't use religion for my message. And then that's how people immediately dismiss me. But that's how you get set up by the con. That's how you get set up by the con artists. They're always going to use religion to actually show you that they change. And guess what? This nigga a whole domestic violator. This nigga a whole wife beater, allegedly. This woman out here beating on his wife, allegedly, when she's just delivered her child. Here she is. And she a goofy bitch too.
But I know I'll make it through. I've tried everything.
All right, so this is the same woman out here that has a page called the Queen Yada, whatever it is. What's she doing? All right, but she done got Willie lump up. There she's using text, building a case against her so-called master husband, dominant husband, provider husband, and now she out here leaking out screenshots about her tooth being broken and severe pain after hoops upside her head. Here she is outside with the Nefertiti crown, with the Medusa hairdo and the Nefertiti necklace. She's covered and dressed modestly, so we're supposed to think this is a goddamn regular woman. All right, so but she a whole schizoid. Here we go.
You were to never speak to Yada again, ever again. What would you tell him? What will be your last message?
That person don't make me cry.
All right, emotional. All right, get cry, emotional. These people are goddamn con artists. Now, don't make me cry. Head tilt, looking feminine and demure. Dress modestly, no titties and cleavage out. Let me show you how ridiculous this shit is. All right, because that same bitch out here with her ass out on the internet. All right, but that's neither here nor there. I'm going to cry. All right, I don't even want to hear this shit. All right, there she is showing that she done got whooped upside. Man, I want to see more bruises. I do see some bruises. Okay, all right. And there goes Pookie. There goes Pookie right here. Pookie nigga, like not that far ago, he was one of you goofy ass niggas, but he found a con. White t-shirt, dirty, musty looking ass nigga. All right. Ridiculous haircut, spiders all over his fucking head, tattoos everywhere that he hides. All right. Sagging pants, fake ass Gucci belt. Okay, Pookie. He just a Pookie nigga that found a way to use religion and some fucking elixirs to make you niggas believe that he was a mature ass nigga. But that's neither here nor there. The reality is, when it comes to these guys, you guys easily fall for these bullshit. You fall for this particular grift on the internet. Even Andrew Tate is an example of this. Even though you niggas are still trying to defend it over here, he didn't expose himself for who he is. Okay, it's pretty apparent. There's no hiding it anymore. These influencers who lead with fakery end up becoming exposed. The people who are a little bit more legitimate don't get the shine, and we out here call haters for calling the bullshit out. And then when they get exposed, y'all niggas coming here like we jealous and hating on these niggas, and y'all still defending it. Like, whoa. Yeah, the nigga grifted you for some goddamn daddy coin. The nigga out here living a fake fraudulent lifestyle. He ain't that savvy of a business person, obviously, and he's self-snitching left and motherfucking right. So how the hell y'all up in here defending the shit? We don't want to hear about, well, he really smartly fooling the government. No, the fuck he ain't. This nigga in jail. He about to go to jail for 25 years plus. He ain't fooling nobody. He is only fooling you. He's only fooling you. Same as Yada Awakening and Derek Jackson and Ace Metaphor. These niggas are only fooling people. Then when the real people speak up, we get shot down. All right, they start killing the messenger. Okay. They start killing the messenger. They start saying we hating them. They start measuring our number and performance based on these fakes and these frauds. And you wonder why they got the numbers, because y'all niggas believe in the pandering. They pander to you. You got these manosphere niggas that will sell you OnlyFans and then come up here and say why OnlyFans is degrading society in the same motherfucking breath. Pander. How you selling OnlyFans and saying OnlyFans is a immoral thing for women to do? How do you do that? But y'all let these manosphere niggas do it, so y'all can't be out here telling these women and celebrating that one of their kings got crushed. All right. There are content creators telling you as MGTOWs don't live with women, and they live with women. There are MGTOWs telling you don't date a single mother and marry a single mother, and they dating and married a single mother. Like, so this is what's happening. Cheyenne Bryant giving y'all relationship and marriage advice, and she a Lily Lintlicker with a Pookie boyfriend that's her emergency dick in the glass and no doctorate degree. Because it sounds good. It's appealing. It's mesmerizing. I don't sound good. I'm a little bit entertaining with some hardcore truths that are undeniable and have been consistently proven when measured against society. And guess what? I'm still the bad guy. I'm still the bad guy when I'm the anti-hero. I'm the one that has stood the test of time. I'm almost the last man standing amongst these fakes and frauds.
You could not live with your own failure. Where did that bring you? Back to me.
You could not live with your failure. Where does that bring you? Back to moi. At the end of the day, you got gay ass manosphere people hiding behind the fact that pussy is disgusting, but you out here trying to get some pussy at the same time. Like, you guys got to really look at yourself. Yeah, we can get on these fake ass simps out here giving you the answer, and simping is never going to be the answer. Even God doesn't ordain simping. Okay. But really, you need to look within yourself as to why you're only watching things that feel and sound good. And when they put under the stress test, that very person can't survive the test. They can't survive the test. They've been faking in front of you the entire time. So what say you on this situation? Sad reality. A lot of people are getting manipulated by social media content creators. People hope that the influencer bubble bursts. It never will. That's just hope. Influencers will still have power and relevance because they're going to be able to get access to a large percentage of men and women in audience, and that's going to be intoxicating, and they're going to sell to that audience. That's the only way to survive. Okay, they're going to end up having to sell to that audience to survive. Once they start selling, are they selling authentically, or are they corrupting you? Are they misleading you? These are the answers that you have to answer. So this is the celebration for the people who knew about this guy. Everybody can see him coming, but of course, women, since they are the weakest link, that they almost overwhelmingly then don't depend on hope to solve their religion problems, not their religions. Their relationships problem. They deal with hope to solve their relationships problem. Their relationships problems often is solved by kicking man. Kick the man. Kick the man. He bad. He left. He a bad guy. Kick the man down. He cheats. Their relationships problems are solved by kicking the man down. And if they can find the man to kick the man down to pedestalize the woman, then the woman are going to support. Me, I kick men down because y'all niggas need to be kicked down because you ain't the king. But I don't do it to pedestalize the woman. All right. So that's the hard message. And that's the reason why I'm not palpable out here. You know, women could say, I like CGA. But at the end of the day, she know I'm just going to treat her like a dirty whore at the end of the day. She know that. She know that. She know that. She know I ain't going to wife her up. She know I'm going to just go ahead and pluck her ass and put her ass to sleep and give her $200 in her mouth like Ted DiBiase. But they already know that. They know I ain't getting no relationship from me. They just going to get poked on. They gonna get dug out. All right. I ain't trying to leave. Oh, another grift. And I hate to say this, y'all gonna say I'm hating, but it would have been exposed. The whole he believes in marriage. He was trying to get people to get married. That was a grift. And I'm not gonna say the person's name. Y'all go for it, but that was a complete grift. The nigga had been married twice and divorced twice. The people he were marrying were not people that were going to solve the marriage crisis in America. He was marrying old Gen Xers. Almost all the people in his motherfucking message boards that showed you that they was getting married was old soggy biscuit bitches and old recessed motherfucking hairline niggas. Okay. Old Gen X niggas looking for hope. That wasn't going to solve the black community's problems with marriage. I ain't saying the nigga's name because y'all gonna say I'm hating, but that was a complete grift because he had to do that in order to support his message, right? His message was considered degrading, so he needs to show that he supports black men and women, particularly getting together in marriage. Those are two conflicting messages that he was preaching, but that's neither here nor there. He's not here to defend it, but I told you that's not a fucking solution, right? That's not a fucking solution. Now, like was selling hope to people that believe, oh, well, he supports marriage to old motherfucking people, old people marrying. He wasn't marrying up motherfucking knuckleheads and skeezers from O Block. He was not doing that. He was just marrying old motherfucking 2-time divorce and one-time single mom ass nigga. That's all it was. And it was a message for bitch ass niggas to come up here and say he wasn't a woman hater because he supports marriages. But that's neither here nor there. You guys are always going to fall for the grift. All right. Which one is it? I got to actually get up out of here, but I got some support. Rest in peace to the guy who I was talking about. But you guys are going to always fall for the grift. All right. Anyway. Yep. He was at the JUCO fucking with what he called W-9 employees. He literally was in the hands of a woman, allegedly, that wasn't his wife. He died at the hands of a woman that wasn't his wife. This is supporting marriage? I think not. He was CGA, but he had to go up there and act like he wasn't to get y'all bitch ass niggas approval. But then when I come up here talk about I'll be at the JUCO and I ain't coming off the bitch, now y'all mad at me. Well, CGA out here just gonna trick for life. And he was out there tricking. With his 1099 girlfriend, his hyena. All right, look, I got to get out of here, but I'm going to do this real quick. Shout out to Ty says that Indianimal Ninja started moving his body like a snake and fixed himself to twerk. He did. I don't even know how to dance like that. That's crazy. That's crazy shit. Oh, man. Oh, man. He didn't die alone. Women say he died alone. There's men say he died alone. He died in the hands of a goddamn torta. Hello. And people, what I'm saying is the truth, and y'all gonna misconstrue it. But I have not lied one time. That's why I'm the speaker of truth. If you're mad, that's your mad. It ain't my mad. I'm telling you the truth. Don't come over here and lie and feel bad. Well, that's fucked up, nigga. I'm just going to tell you the truth. Nigga died at the hands of a torta. Tricking. What is it? Well, he supported marriage of the black community. He was trying to fix the black community. Oh, really? What was that Mexican doing in there then? A 38-year-old Mexican nurse at that. Hello. Truth is the truth. And I will go out like that too. I'm going out like I came in, not in the same pussy, but in some other woman's pussy. Die busting a nut. I hope I'm not stabbed dying busting a nut, but if I want to die, I want to go out with everything leaking. I want to go out nuts leaking. I want to go out balls empty, stomach full. Let's go. I mean, I want to be older when I go out, though. I want to go out in a nice piece of panocha. A nice piece of panocha. You know what I mean? I want to go out trying. You know what I mean? All right. A nice piece of taco. Hello. Come on. In the warm embrace of a Latina's big old cleavage, brown areolas, and big old Latina booty. Hello. All right. What better way? What better way? In between Latinas, you know that musty Latina. You know that musty Latina. You know what I'm talking about. Like they cleavage be musty, and they got that broad must, and they got that sweet smell of like reused grease, reused oil that they was frying taquitos in. You know what I'm talking about. That smell, that corn oil. They've been frying taquitos in it, and they've been cooking carne asada on the guy. That shit. You know what I mean? It's half corn oil, burnt oil grease, and half, city bus must. They've been at work all day. They've been filing shit in their motherfucking dental assistant job, and they ain't have time to wash up under their big titty meat. You know what I mean? That they take their bra off and you laying up cuddling, and all you smell is that bra must. That shit. You know what I'm talking? You know what I'm talking about? Don't at me. They've been at the taco truck eating beans and rice and right, that shit. They've been sitting up in somebody's house and they've been frying up all kind of shit. They went to their abuela house and abuela was just frying shit. No air conditioning, windows closed, just a ceiling fan with dust all over it. And you just sitting up in the house with 50 overweight people and they just frying up shit. And then the girl come and visit you. Okay. Y'all know what I mean. Don't act like you don't know what I'm talking about. All right, the wiggling ceiling fan. The ceiling fan, you looking at it, it got dust, and it looked like it's going to fall off the ceiling. You're looking at this shit like, yo, this shit about to come down. It's about to kill 20 people down here, sitting here. Right? You know what I'm talking about. That smell's coming through her pores, but the punani finna feel good. Finna. All right. Finna. All right. Anyway, I got to get out of here. Shout out to the coach gang. I got to go. I got to do a job interview. All right. Shout out to y'all. Peace.